Fucking hell, is it not working again? Is it really not working again? I can't be bothered. Right, can you guys hear me? We're going to do this again because StreamYard is bugging out yet again, but whatever. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Well, what are you guys saying? What is everybody saying? See, they just kill the vibe. StreamYard just kills the vibe. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me. Love that. Right. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe, all of that. We can restart the stream. StreamYard's just doing its little bullshit, but we move. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. We all knew the mid-off was going to end up in a draw, but I thought we'd at least see some goals. But, hey, Chelsea that, isn't it? At least we kept a clean sheet. It's 2 clean sheets in 2 under Graham Potter. I think we're still in 10th place. I think Liverpool are still in 9th. And we're still 10 points off 4th. So I don't think anything's changed in that regard. Let me have a look at the table. Oh, yeah, because United are still yet to play. That's why. Okay, so we could be 13 points off if they beat Arsenal. Now, we need a draw over a United win. Even though it's for the greater good and everything. We still got to try and pretend we're in a top 4 race. But, yeah, still 10 points off. We are now 8 points off the drop. 8 points off. So it's got a little bit tighter at the bottom half of the table, but we shouldn't worry too much about that. We shouldn't, but we probably still will. But it is what it is. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. That game really was for the taking. We could have won that, but just a very timid attack was the difference between us winning and drawing. Defensively, I thought we were fine. I didn't really think we were going to concede at any point, to be honest. Our defense looks like it's really starting to take shape with Badiashile in the squad. And by the way, we do need to have a conversation about Badiashile because for all the question marks, for all the reservations that we had going into the transfer, fuck me, what a start he's having in a Chelsea shirt. He is absolutely bossing it. It just gets stinkier the further forward we go up the pitch. And that's just Chelsea all over, innit? But we're going to delve into all of that. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe. We are very close to 30k. If you guys didn't already know that, we are... How far are we now? We are 130 subs away. And we got over 230 of you lot in here. I know not all of you are subscribed. So guys, hit the subscribe button. I've just made a fucking 8-hour round trip to Scousland and back. Just for me. Just for a fucking 0-0 draw. For the very least, please hit the subscribe button. Super chat as well if you want to. It would be nicely appreciated. Check out Jerseys FC for all your best affordable football kits. Doesn't have to be Chelsea. It can be whatever you want it to be. But use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. And let's see what everybody is saying. Ziyech just started playing well and we're selling him. Sad. Who's to say he goes? I don't think anyone is guaranteed to leave now. All these big outgoings we're talking about is going to be in the summer. Not right now. So I wouldn't worry too much about Ziyech leaving. He's in great form. Doesn't deserve to get dropped at all. Keep it up. Keep it up. It's been a while. It has been a while since we've seen the Moroccan magician. Keep up the magic tricks, my friend. Keep it up. 100% Mount needs to be dropped. We will delve into what the fuck type of performance that was from Mason Mount because I've seen some stinkers from him. But yeesh, that guy was trying to audition for Liverpool with that performance. We should have just left him there. You should have just left him at Liverpool as a parting gift. They want to be linked with him so much. There you go. That's the player. Although, to be fair, Mount's also done a great job of making sure Liverpool never come in for him. Because after that performance, they're not going to look at that and think, oh, I want a little dose of minerals. I'm good. They don't want that shit. So maybe he was sabotaging it. You never know. You never know. Although I think you have to be really deluded to try and come up with that one. Big up SU saying that game was there for the taking. Big facts. Mason Mount and Havertz should not be there in the first 11. Need to replace Jorginho as well. Or Jorginho was amazing today, though. And Havertz, to be fair, was flashy. Flashy. I'm not going to say he was crap because Mount sets the bar for crap. Havertz wasn't that bad. I also don't think he was great. I think that this whole idea that Havertz had a brilliant game today, I don't think he was great. I think he was flashy. There was some good phases. He got robbed of an assist by Mason Mount. But there's other aspects where he'll win the ball back and then he'll just take ages on the ball and then he'll just kill the entire attack slowly. Then the passing, which was just absolutely atrocious. There was positives and negatives in his game, but I will say it was an improvement from the Palace performance. We should be at least in the final with our new signings. So let's relax, my friend. Let's relax. I'm dropped. Should have stayed at Merseyside. Fairs. Why? Shit, I need to find out some stuff. I'm too tired for Twitch right now. I'll figure that out on another day. How many people are live on Twitch? Oh, nobody. No one's watching on the Twitch. Imagine my shock. Ziyech seems to improve. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he has. He's been amazing the last 2 games. His dead ball passing and his passing and ability to get into good positions was very, very apparent today. Just like to see him pull the trigger a bit quicker. Like, I spent the whole second half, not just at Ziyech, at a bunch of players just screaming, shoot, shoot, just shoot. And maybe it all depends on the angles, because I saw one of Ziyech's runs into the box and I was pissed off with it initially. But then I saw it from the TV footage. There wasn't really an avenue for him to shoot from. So part of it could just be Liverpool's system. Part of it could just be Chelsea just tippy-tapping with the ball a bit too much. But I still thought Ziyech was our best attacker. Best attacker by a mile. People who are crying because Mount is getting criticised are obsessed with him. All Chelsea players can get criticised. Big facts. Just play well. Just play well and that's it. That's all that matters. Big up Lewis. Mount seriously needs dropping now despite injuries. Mudryk did better in 20 minutes than Mount did all game. Mount was fucking atrocious. The basics that you ask. Keep your head up. Find the guy you're trying to pass to. The basics that you would expect a professional football player to be able to do. Composure when you have the ball in space. Little things like that. He was just failing in. He's getting the ball shitting bricks. Havertz put him on a plate and he slipped. And then there was times that Liverpool were counter-attacking us and they nearly scored, all because Mount turned over the ball from a stupid position. I've seen some bad Mason Mount performances, but this might be the worst of the lot. And I don't care if there's 2 weeks and there's a gap and he might look good in training. There will be players fit by then. You need to drop Mason Mount. Graham Potter, you cannot advocate for Mason Mount starting. I have my reservations with Kai Havertz. You all already know that. But I understand at least why he starts, even though it pisses me off that I endlessly see him in the lineup. He don't rate Aubameyang. I'm guessing Fofana isn't that ready yet for Premier League football. So you have to play Kai Havertz. It's annoying. He's shit, but it's whatever. Mount, you can drop. Hell, you could play Aubameyang, drop Havertz deeper, and we're both fine. I get to see Aubameyang start. You can have Havertz feed off a striker. Or maybe we could do Felix and Havertz when Felix is back. Or Felix and Oba and just bench the pair of them. But first and foremost, Mason Mount cannot be starting anymore. The guy is not good enough. And then we're having these debates. Imagine yesterday we saw an article come out saying that Mount wants to feel valued. And then you drop that performance. Are you taking the piss? What value is in that performance? That's not even worth the wages you're on. That's not worth League One wages. But we want to talk about 200k a week. Pay him the same amount as Reece James. Reece James is in and out of the injury table. Fair enough. I see the difference night and day in a negative way when Reece James isn't on the pitch. When Mount isn't on the pitch, Chelsea play better. But we want to make the discussions between the pair of them. It's stupid. It's pointless. It's a waste of time. And we're wasting our own time doing this. Mount has to be dropped for the next game. Can't be having any other discussions on it. Shit, I'm so far behind on the comments, but I see a super chat. Cameron, I'm coming to you. I'm going to skip a couple of the comments because there is just a lot. But yeah, cool. I'm going to go from where the stream started. Big up Cameron saying that attack when Mount got tackled and Liverpool countered, but he puts his hands up like it was someone else's fault. Even Blonde Mount put him to shame. And Blonde Mount was shit. Gallagher weren't even good either. But he looked slightly better than what Mount was, and the bar was in hell. So even Gallagher comes off looking a little bit better. Even Havertz comes off looking a lot better. Because Mount was that bad. He was that fucking bad. I dare someone to come up with a way to defend that performance. I dare somebody. Not called Johnny. Big up Johnny, but I already know he will do it. I need somebody else. I dare you. If you can do it, do it. But I don't see how you can, because fuck me, that was shit. That was horrific. Mudryk looking better after coming in after 2 months without game time. Then I like to play. Yeah, Mudryk ain't started since November, didn't he? And fucking hell, bruv. He looked like 21-year-old Eden Hazard in the flesh. I know it's early days. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but the dribbling in tight spaces, the quick decision-making, just the pure technical quality, man. I was moved. It was worth the trip up to Anfield alone just for that 20-minute Mudryk cameo. Has to start the next game. Should have come on earlier, to be honest. Should have come on a lot earlier. You should have subbed him on at halftime. And I think Potter's late subs, there's something we need to talk about. But, yo, Mudryk. And by the way, the talent ID as well. All of our new signings slap. All of them. There's some we haven't seen play yet. And Fofana was 45 minutes against City. But Badiashile, baller. Felix, baller. Mudryk, baller. Madueke, I'm looking forward to it. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking forward to it. What else? I told you, Lewis, Badiashile in means Koulibaly out. Bin that guy fast before his value drops. Hey, hands up. Fair enough, Rodman. Fair enough, bruv. Because Badiashile's performances in the first 2 games, Koulibaly ain't getting back in the team. He's not getting back in the team. And maybe we do sell him in the summer. Maybe he goes back to Italy. It's a shame. He'll probably be looked at as one of our worst ever signings. But the game is the game. The game is the game. Survival of the fittest here at Chelsea Football Club. Koulibaly, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, bro, I went straight. Did my fan cam, dipped, went home. Big up Will and the family for driving me home. Big up yourselves, my guys, if you're watching. And yeah, let's see what else everyone's saying. We can be excited for the future. Exactly, my guy. Just think about next season. Things are falling into place. This is pre-season. This is all pre-season to me. Get me my 40 points. We are now 11 points closer to... we are now 11 points away from the big 40. As soon as we get to that, I sign out. I don't care. It's all friendlies from that point. And next season, we go in and we cook. We go in and we cook. How was the journey up there? It was a 4-hour hotbox, my guy. A 4-hour hotbox. And yeah, I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Big up Jay. Big up Fata. My guys. And yeah, smoky settings in that car, bruv. Big up Lewis. Mickey. Minerals. Mount needs to be dropped. Facts. Oh, he needs to get blocked. All right, cool. I think someone else had already... No, I've already done it. All right, cool. What, did I mod him or something? How come no one else could block him? Mount didn't even play. Oh, there's actually one of them. There's one of them. There's actually one of them. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game or did you watch a wall for 90 minutes? What are you doing, bruv, about Mount didn't play bad? He was the worst one on the pitch. He was by far and away the worst one on the pitch. What are we doing, bro? Tell me how he didn't play bad. Tell me, please. I beg you. I beg you. Bro, Lewis Mount prevents was there two? Was there I remember one where he slipped. I must have missed the other one, but fair enough. I believe you. I'll take your word for that. Because there was one in general. So Fez. Yeah, bro, he said Mount didn't play bad. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Havertz was, yeah, he was a 5 to 6 out of 10. That's it. I don't think Havertz was dog shit. I think he was decent. I don't think he was great. I think a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he was brilliant today. He played like a typical number 9." It was like, no, like there was a couple good passes here and there. That was it. He won some duels, lost the ball immediately afterwards. If he wasn't doing that, he was holding onto the ball a lot. If not, he was actually making some decent passes. That's it. And then he was completely invisible in the second half until he came off. Like, it was decent. It was decent. Don't jump to conclusions, man. Let's not take the piss here. It was decent, and that was it. Let me see. Amazing how literally none of our centre midfielders can make a simple through ball to somebody. Facts. Big facts. Although, to be honest, I didn't think Jorginho was bad. Hall struggled. Really did struggle. Really struggled. I like that he didn't let it get to him. He kept his head up and he kept fighting. Like, he is still 18. I'm not going to have too high of expectations for him. But I do think the occasion got the better of him. And he did struggle against that Liverpool midfield. But it's a learning experience for him. We'll see how he takes that performance on. We'll see if he improves as a result of it. Am I drunk because you're... No, I just have a very meaty webcam and I need to get a new one. My bad. Big up yourself, Gestures. I wish Badiashile scored that header too. He deserved it. He completely deserved it. What else is everyone saying? Mount is no longer taking the corners. Potter got him off. Yeah, at least we've taken that off him, thankfully. But he can't be starting. He can't be starting right now. He's playing like crap. Terrible take. Havertz underpassed it. Did he? Well, maybe I need to rewatch it. Havertz shouldn't be in the same sentence as Mount. I mean, you're not wrong, but it also doesn't mean Havertz was amazing. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Mount was that bad. Big up Wads for the donation. Big up yourself, my guy. Always appreciate it, my friend. Oh, let me get rid of that. Kai was far better than Mount. Yeah, I'd agree. Lewis, you can easily change your title to Mount needs to be sold and it wouldn't make any difference. The way he's playing and with the contracts he's asking for, you're not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Big up Lewis. Where's Klasrev got? Klasrev said he was joining Christoph Frun's scouting team in Salzburg. That's what he told me. I don't know the legitimacy of it, but we move. Can't keep going to January. Where are these sources? Where are these sources? I demand to see them. Where, who, why, what, when, where? Show me these sources immediately, bro. Don't play games with me. Because shit. You can't play games with me like that. I will start the celebration stream early. We will bring this right back to Oktoberfest. Don't play games with me. What else is everyone saying? Please, can we just get Enzo Fernandez? Easier said than done. But with Bowley's money, you never know. Oh, shit. Jester sent me a tweet. Wait, where is it? I'm going to send the link out in just a couple minutes. I need to just get back to the top of this. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know the legitimacy of this, but Bayern Munich contacted Chelsea this week to inquire about Havertz's availability. Talks could speed up towards the end of the January transfer window. Don't gas me. Don't gas me. Don't gas me, because I'm going to start getting gassed. Don't do it. Don't do it. I thought this would be a summer one. Bayern, save us. Save us, please. Save us, please. Yeah, and Mudryk exposed us. It's another attacker who moonwalks into our squad and shows how shit everyone else is around them. It's all mad. It's all mad. Let me get to the other super chat. I'll go back up a little bit and then I'll send a link out. Cool. Top Dog RLG says, big up Lewis. What would be your preferred attack against Fulham? Personally, would like Fofana to get a look in with Mudryk, Chuck, and Felix behind them. Felix will still be suspended, my friend, but it will probably be Mudryk, Havertz, and who the fuck do you put? Ziyech. Yeah, Ziyech. Maybe put Fofana in front of them. I don't know. But yeah, Ziyech, Havertz, and Mudryk will probably start. They will probably start. What else is everyone saying? I'm going to try scroll through all of these. So if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, hit the super chat button, my guys. Johnny Minerals will defend him again. Hey, big up Johnny, but I can't wait until his next live stream. I am looking forward to hearing how he tries to defend that one. Because yeesh. Can you admit Havertz was good? He was okay. He was okay. He wasn't great. Like, a good attacker was Ziyech. That was great. Bro, I swear to you, I went to space and two men were saying Mount was... Whatever, bruv. Big up yourself, Artem. I can't believe that shit. Actually, I can believe it. What am I even talking about? Of course I can believe it. Mount still got applauded off by the Chelsea fans. But Jorginho gets booed off for bad performances. If I speak. Imagine that playing a teenager in a pivot at Anfield didn't go well. Is what it is. It's a learning curve. I'm not looking at that game thinking, oh, you're fucking shit. Don't start this guy. It's whatever. You're 18. Learn from it. Figure out what didn't go well. Is what it is. We move. Yeah, he's a kid. Chill on him. Jorginho played fine. Gallagher. Yeah. Like, we'll call it what it is. It was a poor performance, but whatever. We move. Enzo's made 2 assists today. Mad. Cam, don't be salty, bruv, just because we nicked 2 of your players and you're pissed because Mudryk's already clear of Martin Teletubby, but we move, bro. What's your take on Chukwuemeka? Chelsea level? It's still too early to tell. Bro. Anything else? Havertz passing shocking. Yeah, he had like 59% pass accuracy. It's all mad. Man said D-grade source. Fair enough. Reliable belt. I actually don't know the legitimacy of this source. I just hope it's true. Man said that source has as much legitimacy as Havertz is finishing. I can't be asked. Whatever. A man can dream, people. Let me dream. Is there anything else? You need to give some credit to Ziyech. Yeah, Ziyech was our best attacker. Ziyech was 100% our best attacker. And when I watched back the replays of his performance, I appreciated it a lot more. Because from the ground, I was thinking, this guy just don't know when to press the shoot button. Just fucking hit it. But from what I was seeing from the TV angles, he didn't really have the avenues for it. So it is what it is. But he was our best attacker. Super chat. There's a super chat. Mount refused to shoot on a square pass from Havertz. He just always makes the wrong decisions. Top Dog, big up yourself saying, bro, it's hilarious when some of these donkeys look like actual footballers. Fans think they're world class. Standards of fans at this club has dropped off a cliff. Havertz was okay at best. Agree with every word of it. Every word. Just because someone who's a bum 1 week produces a semi-decent performance doesn't mean that they played great. Because we still need to try and remember what club we're supporting and the levels that we want them to be at. We know where your standards are and appreciate players when they reach that level. If they're like improving, they're improving, but it doesn't mean they've got to that level either. Havertz played decent. He was decent. I'm not going to call him shit. He was decent. But that was it. I think he was very flashy. How was Mudryk today? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable performance from him. Very unlucky not to score. If he made that little passage of play round like the half space in the box and then he put that into the bottom left, boy, the fucking limbs, man, it would have been mad. It would have been mad. Kai's only real positives being bad than Mount. That and the fact he should have had an assist for Mount, but Mount robbed him of that. Robbed him. Ziad saying Ziyech balling. You know what? Have your flowers. In fact, yeah, we are near enough to the 30-minute mark. I'll send the super chat. We got another super chat. Let's go. Let's go. Umar says once Kante, James, and Chilwell is fully back, we're winning UEFA. Damn, that's the second one to say that. Raw. Mudryk is something else. Mudryk has just gassed the whole fan base. He's just gassed the entire fan base, and fair enough. Mudryk is something else. World-class player. I see one when I see one. I think you meant to say I know one when I see one. Mudryk looks like he's got the minerals, bruv. That is minerals Mudryk right there, bruv. Right there. And yeah, I'm excited to see how he plays with a full 90. I really am excited to see how he performs. Champions League? I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Mudryk passed the ball to Gallagher and then took the ball away from me. He was like, oh shit, yeah, not you, bruv. I'm taking it back. Exactly. Exactly. Anything else? And yeah, cool. Link's going out. Link is going out. Gonna save that one for later. And yeah, we'll see what everybody is saying. We'll see who's even in here, to be honest. I don't know who pops up on the weekend. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about. I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about. While I'm doing this, as always, hit the like button. And yeah, subscribe and all of that. And let's see what the people are saying. Oh, I'm hearing beeps. We got people in the building. Let's go. Let's go. I bet one of them's going to be Ziad, bro. I wouldn't even put it past him. Yo, I deserve flowers today because what's his name's been good. Oh. Calm. I think that's everybody. I think that is everybody. Is there another super chat? Nope. Okay, cool. Right. Who is in here? Yes, guys. What's everyone saying?
Yo.
This is going to be fucking fun.
Yeah, right?
This is going to be fucking brilliant.
Hey, right, before we start, let me just go through the super chat. Felix says, you know Mudryk is good when even rivals are gassing him. Rio, Neville, Potter coach, etc. Potter coach well. Shame we have dudes doing a high-intensity training workout in midfield. Big facts. But yeah, Mudryk is fucking gassing everyone up. And it was worth the trip up to Anfield. Appreciate the donation. Well, where does everybody want to start? Where does everyone want to start?
The starting lineup.
Go on,
Dad.
Fresh
starting lineup.
Love to see it. Big up, my guy.
I thought it was fine, to be honest.
I thought it was fine too, actually.
I was having a heart attack. I was having a heart attack.
Well, considering what was on the bench, I don't know why.
Is the problem that our team is horrible?
Because I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting. I wasn't expecting Mudryk to be getting as many minutes as he did. In respect to, I thought he would like postpone his like substitutions to like the 70th or like the 80th minute, and you know how by that point they can't really get into the game or anything. But I mean, he put in the subs at the right time, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But
So what does that have to do with the starting lineup, though?
I'm just saying, like from the starting lineup, I was expecting a lot worse. Like I was not expecting what I saw. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, but
Yeah,
Not like
but Liverpool's lineup weren't great.
I was gonna say Liverpool's lineup was arse as well, and especially
Yeah,
when they've got a
absolutely. Yeah,
manager who like misuses their players is fine.
I don't think we played bad, to be honest. I just
We
don't think
didn't.
I
No.
don't.
No, I thought the
learned
attack was
anything.
meaty, but defensively,
I don't think
we
I
were
learned
solid.
anything I didn't already know, though, which is also
True.
where I'm at with a lot of these. Like, am I surprised Gallagher's not very press resistant or good, like in build up? No, I'm not surprised. I don't expect him to be. I don't ever think he will be, right? So it's like I can't bet at certain things that I see over and over when I just know it's not part of certain people's game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We didn't lose. Nobody got hurt. So, like, fuck it. I don't really see reason to be overly negative about it.
Lewis, how you doing, man?
Chalobah wasn't injured. Cucurella wasn't injured.
Nobody got hurt today for the first time in forever, so I'll take it. Fuck it.
Hey, Alex, how you doing today, my man?
I'm all right.
What's with the shaved head, dude?
Yeah, what happened?
New Year, new
Nothing.
Alex.
New Year,
No.
new
No.
Alex.
All right, so this is why I asked, because I'm not trying to antagonize him, but I might be. Badiashile, Alex's words were, "This is a shit player." Since you insist upon your opinions, please tell me how he continues to be a shit player when he was one of the best players we have for the last 2 games.
Oh
Why
shit,
do
was
we
Chalobah
gotta
injured?
start here? Why don't we just focus on the good things? You know, getting
No. I asked
just
him a
calling
question.
people out?
No. I asked him a question. I want an answer.
Weird.
Okay,
He's a big boy. Let him finish.
that's what she said.
Hey, that's a good one. I love that, Alex. Great retort. What do you got, man?
I got nothing. I saw a guy who I don't never heard of. I looked at his highlights and he was shit on the highlights.
but
Yeah. There's no but. It's 2 games, man.
Oh,
no
get
but.
the fuck out of it. You really gonna insist upon this opinion too,
No,
man?
he played good. He played good. What do you like? What do you want me to say? He played good for 2 games.
I want you to admit that you were a little hasty.
After 2 games, you want me to admit?
No. You were preemptively negative about him.
Yeah, because I never heard of the guy.
Right, but you don't have to be negative about him.
Are you freaking my wife?
No, I'm someone that shares a stream with you.
No,
And-
I know. Look, but like I'd never
Also,
heard of the guy.
phrasing, Alex.
Look, the guy did well for 2 games. If you watch Chelsea for long, remember Bakayoko? He was great. We made the song about him.
No, we
I will-
made the
I will-
song.
I will say
Actually,
as well-
we made the song before we watched them play.
I will say as well,
No,
to play
it's
devil's
not how
advocate,
it works.
to play devil's advocate, and I think Badiashile was really good, but to play devil's advocate,
He's
we
really
thought the
good.
same thing about Koulibaly after 2 games. So I'm going to
Exactly.
wait.
No.
That is
I'm
the
fucking.
thing, it is a
I'm
bit
fu-
early. I see
Alex,
both
That's why I'm gonna wait
sides.
No.
Alex,
No.
I'm not doing
Alex.
this. Oh, he's incredible. All this, like he played really well, but I'm going to wait until we're about 5-6 games down the line and then make my judgment.
Scott,
Because we
please
said after 2
understand,
games
I
that
am
Badiashile was an upgrade on Rudiger, and now we look
Scott, please
You know what's
understand,
funny,
I am
though? I'll
fucking
say
with
this.
Alex.
I'll say this about him. I didn't know that he was this composed on the ball. I didn't know that he can play the ball so well.
Yeah.
He's so composed. Those passes into Jorginho into the middle of the pitch, very few of our defenders do that, and he has the composure to do that. I thought that was great. I also thought that, just in terms of like the build-up play, he looks really composed. Like,
Yeah,
there's-
All I'm
there's a lot
saying
to-
is that
there's a lot to build up.
Alex needs to pump his brakes before he makes a decision or a discernment on a player. That's all I'm asking for.
True, but
That's not going to
At
happen.
the same
but-
time- at the same time, Badiashile also only has 2 games. It
Right,
works both
but
ways.
it's not that difficult of an ask from a grown-ass adult whom I like very much.
Look, I don't understand what did I say that he did say that
You said he was going to be shit, and I asked you to wait.
I didn't say he's gonna be shit. I said
you
what
100% said he was going to be shit.
Please bring me the video when I said he was shit. What I said was.
I'm not going to do the homework for you,
Okay,
Alex. I already know.
you doing it. You the one with what's the name with accusation. It's up on the prosecutor to actually.
Can you
not
at
for
least
me.
admit you were wrong?
Admit
Like,
what?
there's
You're not
evidence
getting
to
the
prove
point. He's
who's
saying
right or
it's
wrong.
too early to make that call. And as much as I think it's been an amazing 2 games for Badiashile, and all my worries have kind of been put on the shelf, I get
Exactly,
Alex's
Craig.
point. It is only
No,
2
you
games.
don't.
No, it's a fair point. It is only 2 games.
only
like,
2
we'll big
games,
it up for
and
what
we
it is,
play-
but we can't be pulling out receipts that early.
I am not pulling out receipts.
First of all,
dude. He said it.
First of all, I said the guy is shit when I looked at him. How I can say the guy is shit? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How I can say the guy is shit when I never watched him?
You're right.
said-
you shouldn't be
I
saying
said-
he's
yeah.
shit when you've never watched him. That's what I'm saying, Alex, that you shouldn't be
But
saying
that's
he's
what
shit
I
when you've never watched
did.
him. You're right, but that's your
I
mistake.
said that I
That's my
actually
point.
watched him on the highlights on YouTube, which
Oh,
actually
but
made
that
him even
is-
worse.
Okay, so that is you just being lazy. Come on, man.
Let's move on.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
let's-
Let's move on.
I still don't
Right,
get it.
big up Nizzy saying big ups Dino, didn't know he was a Chelsea fan.
Sorry,
I think he's
Alex,
talking
sorry.
about Dag.
No,
I can
you're
see the
fine.
resemblance to that. I
There's-
can see the resemblance.
Do you do you
go on.
do you think that I'm not gonna say that how you say it? Do you think I'm the guy that's gonna die on the hill saying that what's his name, that Kai Havertz is a good player?
I think he's a good player.
Exactly. You're gonna die on that hill.
No,
I
no,
will-
I'm not going to die in the hell. Not at the expense of the team. No, I won't
Look,
do that.
I'm not. I thought he was a good, decent young prospect, but then the ties are gotta be cut, man. It's like foreskin, man. It's time to
Oh,
go.
Jesus.
Look, it's
That's
Badiashile played no neck criminal, played well for 2 games.
No net criminal. That's your. Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Lewis, what do we got on the dossier for today, man?
Shit, that's all the thing the difference.
Yeah,
Is it bad,
yeah.
but,
I
like-
feel like there's a few people who'd like to talk about Mason Mount. So
Okay.
I can't even lie. Like after the thing yesterday,
Lewis, I want to hear your first take.
Wait, wait.
Mason Mount.
let's go, Scott. We'll go back up to me, obviously.
sorry.
no, do you know what it is?
My
Like,
apologies,
bro,
Scott, my
I can't
apologies.
even be bothered to talk about him, which is mad considering like this is the perfect opportunity for me to like just talk shit about him. I can't even be bothered. Just get rid of him. He's fucking awful and move on. Like that's literally it. That's literally it. That's all. Like that's all it is now. He's fucking garbage. He's a hindrance to the team. Move him on as soon as possible and move on with your lives. Like that's it.
It's getting to a point where I'm going to start.
At a boy, Scott. At a boy.
No, but
We're
it's going to
almost
get
free.
to a
We're
point
almost free.
now where I'm going to start looking at Potter.
We're
Because
almost free.
You can't keep starting him.
Look.
At this point.
No, hey, hold on a second. How can you not look at the player, Lewis?
No, he's
Because
saying,
the
he's
manager
saying
is
on top
starting
of
him
that.
week
He's
in
saying
and
on
week
top of
out.
that.
You're right, but the player is still responsible for the minutes that he's playing.
Yeah,
saying
The
on
player
top
is
of that.
responsible for what they do on the pitch, but the manager is also responsible for starting
Yeah,
him
but
week
he
in
yanked
and
him.
week out in
Lewis,
spite of the performances.
Lewis,
No,
he
hold on.
yanked him.
Slow down. You didn't hear Lewis's point. He said Mount needs to be sold, but if Potter keeps on playing him, he's going to look at Potter.
Okay, but that's fair. But Potter yanked Mount at the crucial
yeah.
Too
moment.
late.
Yeah, but that's
Way
all,
too
but
late.
his
Way
original
too
point.
late. He should have been off at half time.
We were trying to win the game, right? And we should have. But Mount was yanked when we were trying to win the game.
Mount was yanked too late.
Okay, maybe he should have yanked
First of all,
early, but
it
it's
wasn't.
not-
First of all, it's not about the yanking. What the fuck are we yanking people for?
I don't
First of
know.
all,
It's-
it's
the
called
yanking.
something.
The
It's
yanking needs to
patois,
be.
Jesus
The
Christ.
yanking needs to be start from the beginning, from starting lineup. That's when the yanking needs to
Exactly.
be
That's what.
started.
Yeah.
That's my thing. If he is still in the starting
Carlito,
lineup after
Again,
performances like
you
this,
want me
I'm
to
getting
admit that
Potter.
Badiashile is a good player for two games? I agree. The problem is you still gonna die on the hill that's saying that Potter is doing right when he when he started the player.
I
You
never
put-
said
no,
Potter
no,
was
no, no.
right for starting Mason
The
Mount. I never said that.
two conversations that me and you had a couple of times now
Yep.
A couple of times I told you, there is not up to Mount anymore, because if you're going to keep constantly start the guy, it's not going to be on the Mount. It's going to be on the Potter at some point. I understand that you can start him 2-3 times and try to kick the poor form out of him. But after 2-3 times, the poor form doesn't kick out.
You know,
it's a Potter.
Alex, you know I agree with you. You know I agree with you on this.
I just first for me it was
no. I am saying that Potter is wrong on this one, and I don't actually understand. And look, to Lewis's point, and to Alex's point, and to Scott's point, I actually don't understand why he keeps starting. That I don't get. I know that Potter is a good manager. I know that this club is backing him because he's signing the players. Chelsea is signing the players that Potter wants. Like, it's very clear they're backing the manager. I don't get the Mason Mount thing. It's actually inexplicable.
You gotta wait for players to get back healthy before you can start thinking about yanking players, man.
Yeah. Go on, Peter.
I have a question, right? Because like we're saying this, and we're all in agreement in general. It would be nice if Mount played less. Let's just agree on a nice way to say it, right? We all want him to play less, and I hear it, right? Like in a vacuum, it makes sense. But you look at the condition the squad was in today.
Thank you.
Our other options are Aubameyang, who, let's be honest, even if Aubameyang was playing well, he's not any part of the long-term solution at this football club anyways, right? And we've got the 21-year-old Ivorian kid, Fofana, who we could have conceived of. We're already playing an 18-year-old in a pivot, in a role he's never played in Premier League football before, away to Anfield. We were already forced to do that with the injury crisis, right? So, yeah, I kind of understand
you're discounting one player, Chronic Chukwuemeka. I'm sorry, but your point, you're completely avoiding the one player that really does make sense.
I was about to get there, but yes, like it would be nice if he would rely on Chukwuemeka from the start and then maybe go Mount in the other direction, like the inverse, kind of how Sarri used to do Kovacic and Barkley.
Yeah.
But just less irritating. I get it, but for his call, he is not doing that. Should he? Will he at some point? We will see.
Right? I'm sorry for interrupting, by the way. I apologize.
No problem. It's just, I think like we have to, instead of just looking at every game as a 90 minutes and you're always chasing result, like Lewis, you said it, we're basically on an extended preseason now. Mm-hmm. To me, it makes no sense to play guys who you know probably aren't going to be here next summer. Granted, Potter might be doing that. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to pretend I fucking work for Chelsea, any of that shit. I don't. I just watch the games, right?
So you're not Felix Johnson? Gotcha.
No, I'm not even. I'm not
He's
one of those.
Jacobs.
I'm just saying, like what I saw
Ben Jacobs.
What I saw on the pitch outside of Thiago Silva and Jorginho, but they're there because there's literally no one else to really play those positions right now. Fair enough. Outside of that, everybody out there could conceivably still be at Chelsea next year. Yeah, we want all these players sold, more or less, give or take a few, right? But like, they could still be part of the solution. So you're working towards building something somewhat sustainable while also trying to chase results. It's a fine balance to strike. I would love to see more Chukwuemeka. I don't think we needed 82 minutes amount. I could have settled for 45 minutes amount.
But to be fair, Chukwuemeka was bad when he came in.
But like
inaccurate. That is inaccurate.
Okay, but like here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like you're running on the pitch in the 82nd minute. Your team's kind of caught between trying to chase a win. Because let's be honest, somebody like Darwin Núñez scores, we're all depressed and we're supremely angry that we lost the game. We really had.
Why are we so depressed about him in particular?
But I'm just saying, like, imagine
because he stinks.
I'm just saying, like, imagine we would have lost, right? Yes, drawing is annoying. Yeah, we can't score goals. Yeah, we kind of suck. But like losing to a Liverpool team starting an 18-year-old at the basis of their midfield would not have been an easy result to take, right?
I'll agree with you, but to be fair, Liverpool was not even close. They're not even threatened today. So for me, that point, what you made, I agree with you when it's a regular Liverpool. What actually is going on right now with Liverpool, it's actually not.
Alex, who was the better team today?
But
we are.
Guys, it's
100%.
Guys, we're both of the teams are on low confidence, right? Both the teams are in hilarious.
Yeah, but there's no comparison. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest. I just think we should be happy with the fact that we got points. You know, it's something we've been suffering from this season. So you know what I mean. Hey, we got points. I mean, it's not something we can
Hey,
say
we
every
got
game.
points and nobody got hurt. Keep it moving.
Yeah, actually, well,
Chalobah
Chalobah.
Actually, I lied. Chalobah got hurt. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
No, that's inaccurate. It was a cramp. Guys, stop.
Well,
reporting
it's still in
inaccurate
pain. He's
He
still
was
in
Stop
pain.
subbed off
He got
because
he got
he
subbed off.
inaccurate shit.
Who's reporting anything? He came off
No,
injured. Like,
no,
what do you want us to say here?
It was a cramp. Stop saying he was injured. I'm tired of this.
You're on the
bullshit.
you're on the medical team. You're on the medical
No,
team.
I'm the one that read the report after the fucking game.
Oh, up the reports.
Wait, so the Foo Fighters medical team saved him from injury? That's good.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for that. I'm just tired of people saying things that are simply incorrect, and I don't appreciate it.
Look, I don't want our players to be injured either. I'm just if we're
It was a cramp, dude. It was a cramp. All right.
Hey,
It's whatever.
Yeah,
Damn, my
It is
brother,
what it
my,
is,
my
whatever,
brother has
okay.
been scarred. You see what injuries are doing to our club? We can't even talk about them.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
half or so.
It's kind of right. If it was no injury, what the hell is saying that it's an injury?
No, I feel it, but I mean, it's not that
I'm
deep.
s-
it's not that deep.
It wasn't
Yeah,
an injury, so I don't
injury,
want
No,
to
no,
no
no,
say it
injury.
was
no.
an injury.
Instead of look, I wasn't on the stream yesterday, and thank God because I was gonna lose my shit. But it's the same thing with yesterday. Like people taking the shit without actually taking any consequences of it. It was now he's saying now the idiot is saying that like, oh, are you on a medical team? No, so a report is not good enough for you. That if people read.
That makes me an idiot. Okay, if you
Well,
want.
you're the one that said it, bro.
No, a lot of things makes you idiot specific,
Ah,
especially
yeah.
from yesterday when you call
I can't lie, someone's
when you call Chewell names yesterday, and then I'll cut you,
didn't
and
call
you
him.
start to backsliding about it.
What are you talking about? Why are people just picking fights?
Lewis, let's rein it in, shall we?
Why do people
whose
hate me so
microphone
Ain't
much?
nothing
What have I
to rein
done?
Because you're
Yeah, I
fucking
thought
idiot.
Mudryk had a good game when he came on. I
What
thought
the
he
fuck
Yeah,
have
he
I
did.
done?
the energy in the game was
All
amazing.
right,
thought
let's
he
actually
came on- I
talk
thought he
about
came
this.
on-
man.
Let
Okay,
it go on, couch. Go on,
Yo,
couch.
can I say something, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Please
Okay,
do.
so can I? Okay, I just don't want to be interrupted for the next 2 seconds, if that's okay.
Yeah, ask the rest of the panel,
Okay,
dude,
all right,
because
all
it's
right.
not
All right,
on me.
everyone
It's
just
Have your
stop.
piece.
Everyone
Have
just
your
As
stop.
he interrupts
Couch.
him.
Couch. Go.
Yo, I just thought Mudryk had a good game. I thought he came on and showed exactly why he's a €100 million player, and every touch that he made was an incisive touch and led to an opportunity for us in the final third. Like, this guy's gonna be a murder for us. Every time we got on the break, just the threat that I know we talked about it, like him playing on the shoulder of the defenders and just burning anybody. You played into space, you're getting in with this guy. No
Yeah.
questions about it. He was nice on the build-up. He came back and defended a couple times as well. Everything that he did in this match was exactly what I wanted to see. It was a great debut. All he needed to do was score. He had a couple opportunities.
Mhm.
Ziyech had a good game for me, but at the same time, his recognition in the final third was poor.
Yeah.
There was at least 2 or 3 opportunities where he had Mudryk right next to him. He could have just laid it off to him, and he would have been in 1v1 with the keeper.
Couch,
And
let
he
me
dwelled
tell
on the
you one
ball.
thing, and that
That he
is this.
dwelled on the ball,
Man,
and the
sorry,
opportunity
sorry.
was gone. And then he kicked it into a defender. So there were some opportunities there where I feel like if you get Mudryk the ball, he's electric. He's going to make things happen for you.
Couch,
So
what I'm
excited.
saying is, guess what? We get him for 8 years, Couch. 8 years, dude.
Well, yeah, let's happy
Hey,
times.
look, I feel the same way that you do. I watched the same game you did. I watched the 30 minutes that he was on the pitch. This is a devastating player. This is a paradigm shifting player. This is the type of player where when it was 2012, and I was texting my friend saying, "Yo, dude, we're about to sign this kid from the French league. His name's Eden Hazard." Now, they're not the same player. They're not. But I feel the same excitement because Eden Hazard is my favorite ever player for Chelsea. I hate him for him leaving. I hate him for that. But objectively, he's probably the best player we've ever had. And I feel this excitement about Mudryk as well. Watching him play it's sublime.
Yeah, the commentators were speaking about it during the game too, and we've been missing it for so long, but finally we have a player that the opposition can't just forget about. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when they're setting up, like if you watch those 30 minutes that he was on, they didn't try an attack down the right. Not once. Not once did they try to go down that side. Because the second they were out of position, it would have been a counterattack. So that's the one thing that we have been missing for so long And with him and hopefully, especially Felix, in the next couple weeks, God willing, we should be able to create more opportunities and score. It's especially having Nkunku coming in next summer.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a
question
future
for
thing
you
right now, isn't it?
Question for you. You think we're gonna sign Felix, right?
Yeah.
We have to.
We have to.
Do we have to? Do we?
We have to.
Yes.
We have to.
Wait, are you
Why
all in
are we
agreement? You all think we
talking
need to
about-
sign him?
Yeah, because
Talking about the
if
Liverpool
you're trying
game.
to go with the profile, that well, it's like the future profile. You get what I mean? We've had the gig and press, the counter-attacking system. We've had the basic, the 4-4-2s and 4-4-3s, right? But I feel like, or me personally, I feel like the next step is just interchanging, right? So Liverpool kind of had it, but they didn't. It wasn't as fluid as hopefully we can get it. So if you have Felix and Nkunku, just those two players alone can unlock about 3-4 different positions on the field.
But if
You
we
get
have,
what I'm saying?
if we still have,
It depends though. It all depends on what the plan is for the striker position.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I mean. So, but it basically unlocks the ability to just move everything around in game. So
I understand that, but if we have Havertz, unless we're saying Havertz is has to go guaranteed, there's no making space, there's no
there is space for him in that.
So it's okay. So you're Nkunku, Felix, Havertz for that number 9 position ish, false 9, whatever, and then
No. So you're mistaking what I'm saying. So if you play, say Havertz,
Nkunku, he can move about. I know.
Say Havertz up front, Felix behind him, and Nkunku on the right. Right.
And the other one is Mudryk.
And the Mudryk is on the left. Yeah.
So then what's happening with Madueke? What's happening with Sterling? This is the thing.
Sterling and Madueke.
This is the 8-year plan, right? Sterling, I don't plan on him being here past 2 years. If I'm being honest. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't see him.
So then we might as well cash in the summer. Anyway, I think
that's what I'm personally thinking.
We're going too deep into it.
Ziyech
I just want
to probably leave in the summer.
I just want to.
Hold on. Say that again, Lewis. Say that again.
Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz probably leave in the summer. And
Havertz. So you threw in Havertz. Why do you say that?
Because
he didn't throw nobody. There's
let him speak.
Because Bayern Munich have had links with him over the last 8 months, and it looks increasingly likely they're going to come in for him in the summer. And also, he's crap, and I want to see him go.
So that is wishful thinking. Otherwise, instead of actual reporting.
Well, it's the same thing with Ziyech.
It's not.
You just don't like it because you stan Havertz.
Yeah,
I don't stand. Hold on.
You don't stand Havertz.
I stand Joao Felix. I don't stand anybody else, brother. Don't get it twisted.
Fair enough.
First of all,
I don't stand fucking Havertz. What are you talking about, Lewis?
Come on, bro. Like,
I like the player. I just don't like that you don't like him.
I'm
down with
Lewis, the way that you and Chelsea Fan TV handle Havertz is ridiculous.
Okay, you know what? Why?
Shit, why?
To be fair, it's not even just to be fair. The thing with me with
Havertz, it's incessantly harsh.
Why? He's shit.
And he's incessantly bad.
You guys are hyperbolic for no reason.
No. Break it down. You can break it down.
He never holds up.
You and Alex, bro. You guys are never ever giving him praise ever. You are always looking for
me. You said me.
Do you know what the thing is about Havertz, right? And
Hold on a second. Carlito, you said me.
What do you say? Fuck me for?
No, Carlito, you said me.
No, different Alex.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's the guy. It's the.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know what
that does him and saying, "Hey, talk to me about the game." And then Lewis says, "Havertz sucks," and then Alex says, "You're right. Havertz fucking sucks." That's what they do. It's ridiculous.
I mean, he's not good. Like, listen, you can.
Is if you want to look at like the last 6 months.
I'm sorry, Lewis. By the way, I love you, but this.
Yeah, no, it's all love, bro. But he's still.
But it is fair criticism.
No, come on, man. Let Scott go.
Yeah,
the thing I'll say about Havertz, right, is today I thought he had a good game. But like the first half I thought was good. The second half I didn't think was great. The thing I will say about Havertz, at least for the rest of the season, and I said this before, is I think with better players around him, he can at least have a positive impact on this team. I'm not saying he's going to be insane. I'm not going to say he's going to be, turn into some Haaland level striker. But I think that he will have a positive effect on this game. The problem that I have going forward past the summer with Havertz is, again, depending on the striker situation, if this club and Potter especially see Nkunku as the main striker going forward, then there is no reason to keep Havertz at this club, because I don't see why you'd keep a £72 million player on the bench who I'd rather keep that spot for Brozier, depending on his status after the injury, or more importantly for Fana. I'd rather have one of them have that spot.
Straight facts.
I don't know where he fits in next season. We're
That's
meant
the
to be
thing.
looking for a number 9.
only way
Nkunku's coming in. We might keep Felix. We got Maduki or Mudryk.
It's Madueke.
Wait. We got Mudryk on the left. Where does he play next season?
There's no guarantee we're keeping Felix. There's no guarantee that we're keeping.
I was going to say the really simplified and like
Todd Bowley will move heaven and earth to keep.
Cool. I
The thing is,
I don't know about that.
How are we meant to run?
How can you doubt Todd Bowley? How can you doubt Todd Bowley?
What are you talking about now? Like,
No, you're saying I don't know about that with Chelsea. Hasn't Todd Bowley done enough?
It's not about whether or not. Dude, we have Nkunku coming in.
I was going to say the best way, the easiest way to look at this, like a really dumbed down, simplest way to look at this, is there is one position there's one position left in the attack, and you have the choice of Felix permanently or Havertz. Is the really dumbed down, simplified way of looking at it. Really stupid way of dumbed down way of looking at it.
Says you and nobody else, because you invented that in your mind. Sorry.
Well, then where does Havertz fit in this? But then where does Havertz fit in this?
Because Manchester City has 3 attacking positions, 6 players. Hold on, let me land.
Like you let everybody else land.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man! You freaking dildo motherfucker.
This is going well this stream.
Yeah, hold on.
Allows you on.
Manchester City plays a 4-3-3, and they play 3 attackers. They have 6 players for 3 attackers. Why are we not trying to have the same thing? Scott, you're telling me in a perfect world, we should have this, when I'm saying, guess what, dude? We need backup, and we can afford it.
And again, I'd rather have the backup be for Fana or Brozier. I'd rather give those minutes. If
you're right, but Brozier's knee won't be available by August. Sorry.
What about when he comes back?
Brozier on one knee is better. We'll keep him.
But again, this is
your bias, Lewis.
Can you afford to have Havertz just sit on the bench all the time and do nothing? And not be.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. There are so many competitions, and
I just don't understand what's the whole freaking point of even arguing about this situation.
Our hypothetical backup striker?
Yeah. Exactly, Peter. It's like a high fucking pathetical when Nkunku never touched the ball at Chelsea.
Yeah, but he is coming, Alex.
I know it's coming. Everybody's coming. Like the problem is
not everybody's coming.
Well, shut up, Dildo Excel. You never came in your life.
You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Me and Lewis said pause, and you pick on me. You pick on me. Like, you're so bad. Like, honestly, get off my nuts. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Get off my nuts.
You're nuts. Way invisible, man. Way invisible. You fucking virgin.
Scott, you're showing great.
Look, no. What I'm trying to finish my point is the freaking.
Alex, what is your point, honestly?
I'm trying to keep the freaking. I'm trying to keep the whole freaking system the way it is.
I can't look at you with this shaved head. God damn it, Alex.
Wow.
Alex, unshave your head. How dare you? Alex, you clearly have to unshave your head right now.
You have to.
Yeah.
What the fuck has happened to this stream? Bro?
Again. I'm gonna try to look.
Buddy, with the headphones and the head, I can't do it.
You're so
Anyway.
tremendous.
All right, so
Does anyone want to talk about the game? 'Cause
Yeah,
I would like to talk again.
What are we
I'm trying
doing?
to actually make it about the game.
Because we have completely fallen off whatever the fuck we were talking about.
mute.
Oh man.
Yeah, mute your mic.
Right.
Mute
He
your mic.
looks like
Mute your
Jesse
mic.
the Body Ventura. Oh my god.
Right, Carlio, I'm gonna put you on mute until you calm down, bro. Relax. Right. What were we discussing before that?
I was
'Cause I've
trying to
completely-
get to the
Guys,
point
genuine
The
about
fuck,
backup, the backup
Kai
striker option.
Havertz and everything.
I was about to throw out Harry Kane, but I didn't even get that far.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you guys think of Cucurella today?
Yes.
I think
Cucurella.
Cucurella was good today.
I thought
He
it
was
was
good
the
today.
best
He was
game in
good.
quite some time, to be honest. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
He,
thought
he
that
was
fantastic.
interviewed by Chelsea Fan TV after the game.
Wait, Cucurella was?
No, sorry, Chelsea TV after the game. Yeah.
Wow.
Why is that relevant to anything?
Because they considered him because he played well. So that is relevant.
What? Sure. Okay.
I don't understand, man. Why, why he's asking him? The guy had a good game, so he was on after the game. Had the interview. That means that he could have get one of the shouts for the man of the match. That's what he was saying.
Nowhere near, man.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
he
have
had a
to be a
good
dick
moment,
about
man.
it. I mean, come on, man.
He played well.
Yeah, he did play
You
well.
see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm trying to say? Like, when a freaking making a point, it goes into what does that has to do with anything? It
because
actually
it
has to do.
doesn't.
Well, it actually does.
You
It's
know
actually
what? You know what? I don't care. If it does, sure, whatever. Move on.
Actually, you do care because you made the point.
Why do
initially.
you guys love to pick fights? It was a stupid comment. Move
You're
on.
the one that fucking picked it, buddy.
I'm tired, man. I'm
Then
tired.
get
go.
the
If
fuck
you're
outta
tired,
here,
then
man.
go.
If
Then
you're
go.
tired.
Keep shouting at me. Keep shouting at me. Keep shouting at
I'm
me.
tired,
man.
bruv. I'm
What
a
the
millennial.
fuck,
This
man?
is how I speak. Patois, all that shit.
Alright.
Let's go, dude.
So, my
Keep
thought is,
showing.
imagine Mudryk with a proper attacking football like Chilwell.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Damn.
Wait, why?
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Why?
Damn.
I don't know.
What's up with that?
I'm sorry. That was actually really unnecessary, and I'm really sorry. That was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
like why?
Are you sorry?
It was a
I can't lie, that
it was
was
a valid
really
point.
unnecessary. I don't know why I did that. It was the reaction. I'm really sorry, actually.
Lewis, get a hold of these people, please.
No worries.
Yo,
It
we
wasn't-
lost this stream like 15 minutes ago, brother.
I contributed to
Long
it. I
before that.
contributed to it. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Lewis.
was a
Jorginho had a
valid
pretty
point,
good game,
Scott.
didn't he?
Yeah,
I know, but
Dag.
it was actually a valid
That's
point, and I'm
mad
really
you
sorry.
coming
I
from
genuinely
you,
am
bro.
really
Yeah,
sorry
you
about
did.
that.
Yeah, he had a pretty decent game. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was about to fumble one or two of them passes. I thought he was about to fumble them, but he held his own. He held his own.
There's one or two. There was one or two moments in the first half where I was like, "Fucking hell, Jorginho, you're giving me a heart attack." But the second
No,
half
he held his own.
held the whole midfield together.
Yeah, absolutely, he did. Yeah, nah, he was
Father,
clutch. He was
please,
clutch.
Fatur. Please, Fatur.
Hey, to be fair, that was actually a decent point. I think
Alex,
you're wrong, 'cause I don't
do
think-
you have anything to say about Jorginho today?
Yeah, one of my favorite players today played actually.
Who?
Did really well.
Jorginho.
Oh yeah.
Extremely well.
He did. That's a regista. That's a regista.
I think he had a good game today. Jorginho's pretty good today.
Alex is being condescending and he's joking.
No,
But
I'm
he-
not.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He's being
he
serious.
He sounded so
No.
genuine when he
Yeah,
said
like,
that.
No,
that's
he
where
is being
where the
facetious.
sarcasm came from. Nah.
No, seriously, no. I think Jorginho, one of the best performances I've ever seen him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually true.
For real.
I don't know
like,
about
for real.
that, but I hear
No.
For real.
Lewis,
I think
Lewis,
for us,
for real,
us
he's calling
him
Jorginho
out
haters,
for
we
this.
know.
No.
Us Jorginho haters, we know. That was prime
Look,
Jorginho right there. That's the best
No,
we could get.
not the prime, not that. Best what I've seen Jorginho in that position. Hall, on the other hand, had a stinker.
He was fucking awful.
Allow him, man.
He's
Well,
young
because he's
player,
young.
of course allow. Of course
Yeah.
allow.
Hold on, let's stay on this one. Lewis Hall. Everybody's asking for young players to play, get a chance, Cobham, this whole bullshit. Lewis Hall was very bad at central midfield today. And everybody's saying this is a left back. His real position is center mid. Play him as center mid, right?
Yeah.
Play him as center
It's
mid,
one
right?
game, man.
No,
It's
hold
one
on.
game.
Hold on. This is England. This is the Premier League. This is high stakes. And he was terrible. So no,
His first
don't
game
play
in the
him
middle
as center
against
mid. No,
Anfield
don't play
at
him as center
Liverpool.
mid because
Like,
that's because
it's
guess
not
what?
that deep, man. It's really not that deep. It's his first game
Not, no,
in the
what
midfield
does
at
that even mean?
Anfield away. Like,
That patois, not that deep. What the fuck does that even mean?
It's
You
not that
don't
big a
understand?
deal. It's not. He
Are
means it's
you
not
not-
that big
You're
a
right,
deal.
but say
Are
it's
you
not
poor-
that big of a
your
deal.
comprehension
not
skills
that
are that
deep.
poor?
Fucking
You
give
don't
me a
understand
break.
what
Hey,
that
why
deep
are
is?
you trying to police how a guy talks? What's the big
Yeah,
deal?
yeah.
Problem.
You
Because
who is-
slang
who is
is
this guy?
so
Hang on,
lazy. Slang is so lazy, man.
I
Come
mean,
on.
are you his father?
Well, that's your opinion.
He
But
doesn't say anything bad, bro.
how
This guy's
entitled do you
clown,
have to
man.
be
This
to
guy's just
regulate how
clowning.
people speak?
Yeah.
Like this
Like,
is a
where do
universal
you
panel.
get
You
off
become
the
you
mic?
Because your country,
want to talk about countries now.
Your
Nah,
country's
we're not
namesake.
about to do this. We're not about to do this. Oh, slang is lazy, man. Fuck that, man. Look,
By the way, it is.
you're on a stream.
Yeah, hold on. We
You're
hear
on-
it. We hear it.
There-
Let's
there
just
is
move on.
nothing
Younger
wrong
than
with
you might get a
slang.
bit slang. It is what it is.
All right.
Let's just move on. Look, for me about the Lewis Hall point, I get it.
Lewis, you reading
But
the comments?
the one thing I feel like we're not incorporating into this season.
Yes.
The one thing we're not. What?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Dad, go continue. Dad, go
Yeah,
on.
I feel
Just
like the
say
one thing we're not incorporating this season is so we have this opportunity to use these youngsters because of whatchamacallit, because of all these injuries, right? But we do have some reports of some youngsters that are looking to move. I feel like those youngsters probably should be getting played to either raise their price up a little bit, or to see if they're worthwhile, actually spending some money to give them a longer contract. Like one of them is Charlie Webster, who's supposed to be a center mid. So I personally feel like he should be one of the ones that should be playing as well. So that's something that I've been looking forward to, but it hasn't really. I mean, bro was on the team sheet for, I think it was like an FA Cup game, and then he didn't even get any minutes in that. And then he just dropped out after that. We haven't seen him since then.
For me, today is even with Hall, I don't put on Hall anything. He's a young kid, played good, decent in the moments, decent mistakes. What you can see the young player mistakes. It wasn't that big of a deal. Could cost him a game actually in a specific situation, but that's why I was actually thinking that Jorginho for me, as much as you think I'm trolling, I actually not. The reason why I bring up Jorginho is saying that he made it slightly easier on Hull. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
The way he did it, I think there is a reason why Hull did not put
what the
whose mic is that?
I don't know whose mic is that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I think he made the kid look not as bad as people would have done it if it wasn't for Jorginho. So for me, it's not about everything about what Jorginho done today. It's as much as he made it easier for a young kid beside him, and that's what it was. And at the end of the game, we did not concede the goal, which was based on substantial credit to Thiago Silva and the guy beside him. I forgot his name. Yeah, not criminal. Those two, they link up. And to be fair, exactly, I'm going to the same point. You could be good beside the one player that can make you look even better than you are. Yeah. So Thiago Silva could make Badiashile play better. And he does the same thing with, what's his name? With, what's the other guy? Chalaba. When Chalaba's on the right. Mm-hmm. So he makes those players. I don't know. Apparently he cannot fix Koulibaly, but we move. But my point is, today we did not concede because of the midfield and the defense was on point. The problem was for me today, specifically only today, is it's the guys up front. It was poor. It was not even like it's a moments where you almost score. Freaking Havertz getting Mason Mount's way. It's when about what's his name, that Blonde Mount is about to kick and score. The other Mount is in his Kai Havertz is in his way. You see what I'm saying? It's those moments that the players are getting in the ways to not do the well. Every time Mason Mount gets the ball, he looks for Kai Havertz without looking for the other players. Ziyech was on point today a couple of times. I'm not saying he He had a
Alex,
decent game.
do you think that Potter is
Let
trying
me
to
finish,
keep him?
please.
Well, you said Ziyech. Do you think Potter is trying to keep Ziyech?
No, I don't think it's up to Potter. I think it's up to Ziyech. And he's over the age limit for Ziyech.
Yeah, good point.
Fair enough.
My point is Ziyech was in so many position times that he was wide open on across the field. And Mount passes, Ziyech had to retract to keep that in the game.
Yeah,
because passes was not on point.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kai Havertz. Last game he ran, literally dribbled out of field. This game we got the fastest motherfucker on the planet Earth, and he's running beside him, and the guy drags the ball, and at the end he still didn't pass it to the Ukrainian kid. It was sad. Those are the moments that those are the moments that actually should be on point. If you think that is what's his name, Kai Havertz young, I agree with you. The mistakes that he makes, not young kids' mistakes. That's the problem.
I don't think that,
Yes, Alex. Speak about Ziyech, Alex.
Apart from that,
Alex.
I just don't think that between Mount and Havertz, I don't think that they play well under pressure. They don't make good decisions under pressure. So when you see Havertz on the ball, when you see Mount on the ball,
Goku, come back in 10 minutes, Maji. Come back in. I need to get Kai. But big up, bro. Big up. Right, cool. Go on.
I'd rather keep Toku than have a motherfucker.
it's just the decision making under pressure. Those two guys do not make good. They're not good under pressure. When they have the ball under pressure, it's mistake after mistake after mistake.
Mm-hmm. They get in each other's way. They get in each other's way.
Yeah, that means they're not good enough to be in a top 4 side.
What's up, my people?
So just sell them. That's what it is.
You know what the thing is as well about these guys, and I saw a couple of people say this, and some of these are rival fans as well. That I noticed were watching the game because of Mudryk and whatnot. And I saw a few fans say this, and I think about like a lot of players, especially attacking players. I think this is true. Is when you have attacking players that are top of their game, you can like see it straight away. There's something about them that you see straight away. Like with Mudryk today, for example, with Felix that we saw the other day. Like there's something about them where if they're at the top of their game or they are on their way of getting there, you can see it straight away. There's something about them. With Mount, Havertz, Gallagher when he's in the forward line, you don't see it. That it's not there. Like I can't see it.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
And that's why I was shocked at the team sheet. And that's why I was shocked at the team sheet. Like,
yeah, but Scott, why? Go ahead.
Like you feel me? Like some players have that effect where just the name scares you. You get what I'm saying?
Scott, but why are we linked with Vlahovic then? Because I don't look. If y'all have seen Vlahovic,
Believe you're shameless, bro.
If you have seen Vlahovic in the right team, that motherfucker is gonna be deadly.
I know he's a good player, but he's slow.
But he's not even that slow. First of all,
yeah. By the way,
he's not that slow.
Well, I mean, in comparison,
he's not the player that people think that will fit in a team.
He is not a good fit. This is what I'm saying, Alex.
Yes, he's not. But I'm okay with the player to be in the team to give you a second, different kind of option.
He doesn't want to be the second option, Alex.
Are you?
No. He's talking about.
Do you know him?
I know that he just. By the way, do you really have to be that big of an asshole?
No. Look, he's 15. They got 15 points deducted this season. He's about to be in the relegation zone in Italy.
This is the same motherfucker that says stupid shit, and then when he's lying, he's just laughing emoji. I was just kidding, laughing emoji. Fuck you, Alex. Seriously.
Do you know him? I don't know why.
Maybe he does know him. Who knows?
That's the standard Alex comeback, but
first of all, it wasn't a dig.
I have to say, it was a really good dig by Alex. I gotta give
it wasn't the dig actually. The way you were
it was good. It was really good.
The way you're talking, it's like, but he does not want to be. I swear.
Answer the question.
Alex, of course, I don't know him, but what I'm saying is that I think you and I. Hold on, Alex. You and I agree. It was a really good dig. I gotta give it.
It wasn't actually a dig. It's how I speak.
Alex.
No, look, my point,
Alex is just
my
surprised by
point
the
is
people
this.
you
My
know, bro.
point-
That's all,
look,
man.
My
Wasn't a dick.
point is this. I think that you and I believe that it's just not a good fit. But it was a very funny dig. Props to you.
No, I agree with you. He's not a fit in traditional way, the way we would like to play, based on signings we make. I 100% agree with you. What I'm trying to say is it's a two ways. This is why I don't like Pep Guardiola, because he doesn't have a plan B. He has a plan A, and plan B is the same thing without lubricant. Just force the fucking shit.
I will say, as much as I don't want Vlahovic because I don't want another attacker when we don't need one right now, he does fit with the other signings we've made. Look at the other attacking signings we've made.
Explain that one, Scott. Explain that one, Scott.
Look at the other attacking signings we've made. All three attacking signings we've made are designed to drag players out from where they like to play, to create space for other players, and to be a creative force in the final third, which means that when you have a guy like Vlahovic, who is quick when he wants to be, he's like Haaland in a way. It's like he's deceptively quick. He's got that initial burst. He is. He's got that burst, initial burst. He can get away players, and he's got a deadly left foot.
He's faster than defenders. That's all that matters.
And he works. If you're
faster than most center backs, that's all that matters.
If the three that you want to go, if the three behind the striker you want to go going forward is Felix / Nkunku, Madueke, and Mudryk, he actually does fit with those guys because they'll create the space and they'll create enough for him to score the goals.
I wanted Carlito. You think I'm joking, but I wanted Vlahovic before. When Arsenal
I never
was
said
in
you were joking, Alex. I never said you were joking.
No, what I'm thinking is it's two way to skin the cat. We can do the same thing that what Scott just said it.
Yeah.
By creating space for each other.
Yeah.
But we can also do the way with Vlahovic. Vlahovic actually not as lazy, and he's actually fast. The guy has good finishing abilities.
Elite.
Alex,
No.
Alex.
If you
admit that you don't watch a lot of football.
Yes, but Vlahovic I did because I wanted.
So on this one you watched him.
Bro, it's not that hard to watch Champions League games. It's not that
Hold
hard.
on. Between 2017 and 2020, the best front three in England was Liverpool's front three. And their striker was not a striker at all. Okay, Roberto Firmino was a false nine. He roamed around. He dragged center backs everywhere. He was great. He showed for the ball. And what I want is a modern front three, which is not a focal point striker. I want the front three to roam around. Would you like to know why? Because it's hard to defend. That's why.
Bro, I want Havertz to roam around less, man. You want him to roam around more.
Big up Umar, by the way, we did switch it, so big up yourself.
What if Harry Kane is on the table, hypothetically?
I was gonna say
if
that.
Harry Kane was on the table, they would never sell him to us. They would never sell him to us.
Do they have a choice?
So you would keep Havertz over Harry Kane, Carlito?
So,
yes or no?
Did I?
Yes or no question?
No. Harry Kane's the best striker in the world. So why would I do that? Harry Kane's never come to Chelsea.
I think it's time to give Ziyech a new contract.
Can I just say 2 points on what you said, Carlito? Number one is the reason why Liverpool's front three worked and why Firmino worked as a false nine is because the two wingers didn't play like natural wingers. They played as inside forwards, so they were the goal scorers. So Firmino was able to do the link up thing, do all the link up because the guys that were making the run.
What do you mean by that?
He linked the other wingers, like the two wingers behind him.
What you're saying is
the two wingers that they have are not the two wingers. If we play Madueke and Mudryk, they play as entirely different as wingers than the way Mane and Salah do. Entirely different.
That is complete bullshit, Scott. That is
it's
complete
not.
bullshit.
It's not. They are not going to be the same.
About a right-footed player playing on the left-hand side and a left-footed player playing on the right-hand side. In other words, that makes them inside forwards. Dude, they're wings. Don't patois me, bro. I'm not
cut inside and wingers just cross mostly.
Bro, if you think that they are, if you think that Madueke and Salah, if you think that Madueke and Salah are the same type of player, then this conversation is over because they're not.
Salah's a wing. What are you talking about?
Are
you really trying to argue semantics? Really?
So Salah has the same thing as winger, the same play style.
So, because can I ask you a question? Haaland and Havertz, both players are number 9. Are they the same type of number 9?
No.
Are they okay? Cool. So they're not the same type of number 9.
The way he said that, no.
So I said that Havertz was a false 9.
Who's the best striker in the league currently? Who is the best striker in the league currently?
Harry Kane by a mile.
Haaland, but either or.
What is up with you?
Eric
What is up with you?
Haaland, but who's a natural number 9?
said right
so
now,
this
he
idea
didn't
that a
say-
natural number 9
right
can't
now,
work
Evan
is
Tony's probably playing better than Harry Kane.
or Tony.
Shut
I
up,
was
bro.
gonna
Don't say
say,
Evan Tony, bro. But Tony's not really a traditional striker, is he? He kind of.
I know, but he's
more
right
than
now
a
at this
striker.
moment. Right now, he's probably playing better than Harry Kane.
He would fit our team the most, in my opinion, man.
Do
'cause
you,
he's like
you
similar
guys
to
seriously
Aguero
think
in
that
his mobility and
Haaland
stuff.
is a great footballer? Is that what you guys think?
Yes.
That he's a great footballer?
Yes.
Bro, it doesn't matter if he's a fucking
Yes.
ballerina, bro. He scores goals.
No,
That's
there's a difference
what we
between a
need the
goal
most.
scorer and a great footballer. Sorry, fellas.
It doesn't matter because we said I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie
it
to you.
does
I'm not gonna lie to you.
matter.
Hold on. No, let me explain it. Let me explain to you why I mean what I'm saying. Because I kind of had this. I
Yes,
kind of
bro,
had
mute yourself,
Holy
bro.
shit, bro.
Mike is not yeesh.
That was
That's
good.
what
Hold
you
on.
said.
No, sorry, my bad.
Bro, to that
I had to
mic,
start
man.
my mic. My bad.
Yeah, hold on. So
Right.
what I'm saying
So
is,
was
what
you,
I'm saying
Duarte.
is,
So was you, bro.
I kind of doubted that Haaland would be scoring at this rate
Yeah.
that he's scoring. Right?
Again, do you think he's a great footballer?
It doesn't matter. He's scoring the
Do you
goals.
think?
It doesn't
wait.
matter.
Do you think
Haaland's
Havertz
great
is a better
footballer.
footballer
He is
than
a
Haaland?
striker. His
Wait,
main
let me ask
job
Carlito
is
this
to score
question.
goals.
Let me ask Carlito this question. Do you think Havertz is a better footballer than Haaland?
No.
So why do you want us to keep Havertz this bad? I don't get like the whole argument.
Because
the
if
last
you
20
should,
minutes.
of course Havertz is a better
okay,
footballer,
can I
bro.
answer?
Checkmate.
Can I answer?
Checkmate.
Can I answer? By the way,
Answer, of
Scott,
course.
can I answer? Scott, hey Scott, am I allowed to answer, bud?
Scott didn't say
I'm not
anything,
speaking,
bro.
bro.
No. Scott said checkmate. So am I
didn't.
allowed
No,
to
that-
answer?
I literally didn't.
That wasn't Scott at all.
This guy's catching smoke for no reason.
Do me
What's
and
going on,
Duoscope
bro?
sound alike? Sorry, do me and Duoscope sound alike?
No,
think
nobody
to a foreigner, maybe Scott, to a foreigner. I don't know.
My apologies.
Nobody
You guys-
has most
you guys all
annoying voice
sound
like
the
that.
same.
Fuck.
You guys all-
Poor Duarte.
Can I answer?
No, it's fine. It's
Yes.
fine. My number one fan girl's on the panel. It's cool.
Hey,
Alex lost his emotional
Kai,
intelligence with his
can I
hair, bro.
answer?
He's just
Kai, can I
destroying
answer?
everybody today, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Carlito.
Okay, so if you put Mudryk on the left, future Ballon d'Or winner, you put.
Fuck me, man.
Yep,
And this is why we can't have
Hold
nice
on.
things.
Bro, when
This
he-
is why we
hold on,
can't have
hold on,
nice things.
Leave him.
This is why we can't have
Wait,
nice
wait,
things.
wait,
Can I
wait,
land?
wait, wait.
Can I
Let him go.
land? Can I land?
You're crashing, bro.
On the
What
right. Shut the fuck up. By the way, good dig. I like it. On the right, I don't know. I'm thinking a little Mudryk,
Ziyech.
right? No,
Meduki
hold on,
as well.
hold on.
Lord have mercy.
Ziyech, give him a new contract. Continue.
How about this? Mudryk on the left, Nkunku on the right, Kai Havertz up top,
What
and
the?
the best player on the team, João Felix at ACM. I mean, what are we talking
As a
about?
CM,
fellas?
as a centre mid.
No, ACM.
Why are we shoehorning Kai Havertz into this team that's otherwise pretty decent?
Because Kai Havertz is
That's what I said exactly. Peter.
That's
why I
a
asked him the
dig.
question. That's why I
That's
asked
also a dig. That's also a dig.
Hence my question, Peter. That's why I asked him like.
Landon.
Like, why can't we? Why?
Why Felix is not there? You want them to sign and you're not putting there.
I'm putting him in ACM. I'm putting him in ACM.
He's sacrificing him,
ACM,
man.
I thought you said De
So
Jong.
we're gonna play Felix and Kai Havertz through the middle.
Why
And what
not?
about Nkunku?
What is
about
Kai
Nkunku?
Havertz going to give this hypothetical front three that João Felix doesn't give them to a better degree?
Hey, Peter, when it happens,
And what
I'll
does
let you
Havertz
know.
offer that Nkunku then?
So
Nkunku doesn't?
nothing. So
Not better.
nothing.
Oh,
No.
fuck off, Lewis.
Answer
Oh,
Peter's
you're
question.
Nothing.
No.
You literally didn't answer.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
said
It-
when
it's-
I see it, I'll let you know.
So
Yeah, what does that
what
give
does
us
it
that we
offer?
wouldn't
Okay,
get
let
with
me
those
answer.
two?
Okay, let me answer because Lewis is all of a sudden contributing.
Answer the question.
Carlito, so far you've just been answering with emotions, bro.
Look, if you have Mudryk, Kai Havertz a striker, and you have Nkunku on the right, and you
Ziyech
have
on the
João
right.
Felix.
That wasn't the
No,
question.
no,
Yeah,
fuck
Nkunku on the right.
Ziyech.
Why though?
Ziyech doesn't
What do you
even
mean,
want
fuck
to be-
Ziyech? Why are you disrespecting Ziyech?
Bro,
let's
stop.
stop
stop
bringing
bringing
up.
up-
I'm interested, bro.
That's some damn
But
shame.
Ziyech is gone, bro. Like,
No.
If
Let
you-
him
What do you mean, bro? He's signing a new
wait,
contract.
guys.
Jesus,
Bro,
Jesus,
hold on,
Jesus.
hold on. I've been reading
Guys,
all
guys,
these comments.
Dag,
One at
hold
a
on.
time.
If you play a 4-2-3-1 and you put those four up top, we will
Poor
win the
Nkunku,
league.
bro. I came to play
That
right
wasn't the
wing, man.
question. The question
He
was,
didn't
what
know.
does Havertz give us?
He didn't know, bro. He wasn't prepared for this.
What was the
Yeah.
question? What was the question?
You know, when you said Vlahovic doesn't want to play there, why do you think that Nkunku wants to play on the right?
Because
Havertz
likes to play.
says the motherfucker that doesn't.
No,
watch
I'm not the
football.
mother. No fucker.
Havertz likes to play.
Hold on. In this hypothetical front four, we are shoehorning Nkunku into a position where he's not optimized to accommodate.
Oh my gosh! It's almost like he's played there before.
So we're going to shoehorn Nkunku to the right wing.
But Havertz played on the right as well. Havertz also plays on the right.
I mean,
that sounds silly to anybody else.
Nkunku has played multiple positions, bud.
That's wonderful. So we're accommodating Kai Havertz, who is without a doubt the most shit player out of those four.
You're right, and until he's gone, you're gonna have to watch him
He's
play.
probably gone.
But then
we're talking about
Wait,
guys.
I have a question. Guys.
Hold on a second.
Wait, Carlito, what is Kai Havertz good at? Can you tell me that, please?
Looking like he's busy.
No, let him answer.
Hugging Mason Mount from behind, bro. That's the only fucking thing he's good at. That's the only thing.
Let him answer.
Dumb and fucking dumb.
There's no freaking answer. What I'm trying to ask Carlito is, if Carlito, hold on a second.
Hold on, Alex.
No.
Someone else asked the question before.
Okay, go.
Let's be respectful.
What is Kai Havertz good at? Number one, Kai Havertz is good at running in between the half spaces. Would you like to know what a half space is? A half space is the space between the center.
I know what the half space is. Carry
You're
on.
right, but no one else does. Because
Everybody knows what a half space is, bro. Everybody played Football Manager at least once.
Lord.
No, guys,
All attributes, bro.
So
Give
road
me
running.
something.
number two.
Lewis, did you know what a half space was?
No, I
Actually,
never heard of it.
I thought he said
funniest
half
thing
down personally,
is that
man, but, you
no
know.
one else on this panel has actually coached. I have, so fuck off.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Oh, you're so
Let's
dumb.
guys.
Round of applause.
Bow to his football
Fucking
superiority.
You have
Bow
come
to
to
his
you
football
rate
superiority.
I don't know what to believe.
Carlito.
All right,
To tell you the
Alex,
truth,
can I
Peter,
get
Peter,
number two?
no,
Alex,
Peter
can I get
is a
number two?
coach right now. Peter coaching right now.
But none of us have coached.
I've coached
Only he has
before.
coached.
Peter, are you really coach?
Yes,
Yes.
Peter is the
Oh,
coach
okay.
right now.
My bad.
I used to coach, but it's not mine. I don't have a temper for that. But that does not mean. But that doesn't mean nothing.
And also, I'm a
Hold on,
quadruple
Peter,
winner on my
Peter, my
career
bad.
mode right now,
My
so you all
apologies.
can hold that.
All good.
You know what's funny though? If you ask both Mount fans and Havertz fans what they're good at, they say they're good at running at half
Thank
space.
you. Yeah, literally.
Wait,
Go
wait,
number
wait,
two. Number two.
Carlito's doing a number two. Let's
Number
go. Go on,
two.
number two.
That was the
He's
fucking
been doing number
response,
two
man.
for whole stream.
I ain't pooping, bro.
Go on. What's number two?
He's very
Your
creative.
face.
Havertz is very creative. Havertz is creative. Havertz is creative. Yeah, Havertz is great.
Number three.
No. Actually, hold on, wait. Number three. Wait, Lewis, hold on.
No, wait. That's why Danny Welbeck has made more big chances this season than Havertz has done in his entire
Lewis finally using his notes.
That's why Joe
Will.
Willett has made more big chances this season than Kai Havertz in his whole career. That's why Harvey Elliott has made more big chances this season than Kai Havertz. That's why Andreas Pereira has made as many big chances as Kai
That's a
Havertz.
real number 10 right
Bro,
there. That's a real
Havertz is
Number three. He's
Havertz is creative as a painter with no hands, bro.
Havertz is great in the air. Okay.
He's good in the air. He's good in the air.
Lewis, I swear to God, Lewis.
It's about it.
He's basically a stretched out mount, bro. That's all he is, man. Stop it,
All right. In all seriousness, Lewis.
Stop it, bro.
Number four.
Last name Mason Mount.
Same haircut, same fucking football disabilities, bro. Just dumb and dumber, bro. Same football IQ, same haircut, bro. Same fucking thing.
Number four, if you give him Mudryk on the left.
Why do I have to give him, bro? Why can't he just do it himself, man?
I lie. Like, such a bad argument.
He's a baby. You gotta hold his hand, bro.
If you give him milk and some food, he'll grow. Like, shut up, he's trash.
You tell him he's a good boy.
May I finish? Hey, Lewis, may I land?
Bro, if Havertz was a baby in Sparta,
Pull up the play.
Pull up the play. That's what it would be, man. Stop it, man.
Can I land, Lewis? Can I land?
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look. In all seriousness, that was obviously hilarious. The milk thing, I fucking love it.
Here almost every stream, bro.
Look,
Go
okay. Kai, shut the fuck
Just number four.
Number Number 4.
Or number 5.
Four.
I don't know.
Wait, what was number
Look,
3?
if you're surrounded,
It was aerial ability.
Ah, my
he's great in the
bad.
air. He's great in the air. He's great in the air.
Keep going.
Dude,
All right, I'm
dude.
here.
You give them these great
Go on.
players that we're signing. You give them these players that we are intentionally signing. I'm sure
What?
that we're gonna score a lot of
You're-
goals. And
Are you
Caicedo-
sure? You have to be certain. You have to be certain. You have to be certain.
Wait,
What do you mean you're sure?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a Carlito guarantee.
Number
I'm
4
gonna
was I'm
guarantee.
sure. Trust me, bro.
I think it's not. You know what, Carlito? You know what's funny, Carlito? Carlito,
If you give him fucking Mudryk, Felix, and Nkunku and Maduke, I'm sorry,
He'll be as good as Danny
I
Welbeck.
have
you
what,
not be good?
99
How can you
pace
not
and a
score
fucking
goals?
hunter card on Ultimate Team. You might look
you know,
good.
Carlito, you know what's funny?
If you give him-
I'm right
Carlito,
about
you were
this.
more
Yeah,
sure
guys,
about
I'm right about
Vlahovic
this.
not liking it be there than what you said
He's
about
great
Kai
at
Havertz.
roaming and moonwalking.
No, wait. Can we
No,
just
no,
can we
Vlahovic
recap?
And-
Hold
and
on.
Vlahovic-
Can we recap? Can we recap? So the
No, we
first
don't
one.
need you to
No,
recap
no.
nothing, man.
Bro,
He's
you know
good in
what?
the air.
No, hold
No,
on,
no, he said
guys,
he's
hold
good
on,
in the air.
guys, hold on. So number 1 is he runs into the half spaces. I didn't know that was an accomplishment.
Yes.
Number
yes.
2, he's very
The
creative.
mount attribute. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah,
No, he's
number
not.
2, he's very creative, which is a bold-faced lie. Number
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
you,
creative as a
fuck
painter
you
with no
for
hands.
that.
Just
Say
like
that.
I said.
Number
Okay,
3,
go
number
ahead.
3, he's good in the air, which
He's
I
very
mean,
good in the air.
he's not very
Very
good. He's
good.
okay in
No,
the
he's
air.
Very
He's
good in the
good.
air.
He's
Fucking
good.
paper
I'll
plane.
give
Okay,
you
go ahead.
I'll give you
He's
that.
average in the air.
I'll give you
Kurtzuma's
that.
good in
And
the
number
air.
4,
Number
and
4 was trust me, bro.
number 4 was trust me, bro. Trust
No,
me, bro. He'll come good.
Lewis.
Number
Lewis,
four
it
was
was
better
not
player.
trust me,
That
bro.
was number
It was
four,
not
bro.
trust
You
me, bro.
literally said, give me this, and I'm sure he'll give you goals.
No,
You couldn't
what
even
are you
give me a
talking about?
fact.
Lewis,
You said,
we
I'm
bought these
sure.
players.
You gave me an opinion, bro.
Stop.
Your
Lewis,
fourth point was an opinion. It weren't even a fact.
Lewis,
So,
we bought players.
I
What are you
just want to
talking
say something. I just want to say something. If you've watched the stream in the last 2 days,
Guys, in the comments,
pe-
this is what I mean when I say, give me something Havertz does on the ball. It's impossible.
Lewis, we
And you will
bought the
dance around the
players.
top.
We
of it.
Same
You
thing.
will go
Yeah.
everywhere except give me what I want.
Bro,
Because
I
Lewis,
told you,
Lewis.
he's just a stretched out
Give
mount,
me,
bro. He's
because it
basically
doesn't
Slenderman
exist.
mount, bro.
Listen,
That's all he is.
Lewis. I asked this question yesterday to Daniel about Mount. They can't tell you anything. They just give you feelings,
They don't.
emotional arguments.
I have a
What are you
solution.
talking about? I just told you.
Emotional
I have
reasons.
a
will
solution.
hit you.
Emotion. Trust me, bro. Trust me,
I
bro.
have a
He'll come
solution.
good. Wallahi, brother, he's good. Like, what is
Buddy,
this?
buddy. So since
I have
you're
a solution
hold
to
on,
this
since you're
problem.
insulting me,
Nobody
let me
insulted me, bro.
clarify. No. What he's doing is making fun of me when I can promise you I will take the Pepsi
Havertz is
challenge.
shit.
Buddy,
The Pepsi-
I will
what
take
the
the
fuck is a
Pepsi
Pepsi
challenge with you on fucking ball knowledge, which is something you patois guys love to do.
What
I will
is it?
take that fucking Pepsi challenge with you.
I have a
Whoa,
solution.
whoa.
Is this
Wait,
racially motivated?
Wait, what the fuck is patois, guys?
It's
I thought that's
slang,
Jamaican.
slang, patois is slang.
No,
Slang for what?
Leo, we can't keep doing this. Stop doing this because people can use slang if they want, and it's nothing that deep, and then it can't be looked down on. It's not bullshit. We're not doing that, all right?
Yeah, bro. I'm using
Away
slang
from
right
all
now.
the comments and all of that. We're not doing that. Next time it's a kick. We're not doing that.
I have a
doing
solution,
that.
right? Firmino's out of
What
contract.
what happened?
Firmino's
No,
out of
like
contract.
no
we're
idea
talking
what
down on slang and bullshit for what reason? We're not doing that. We're not doing that shit.
Is
We're keeping
Firmino
it
good
to-
in the air as well? I don't know, man.
No,
I don't even understand that bullshit.
no, you guys didn't listen to the second half of my
They
solution.
didn't know. We're looking for pilot instead of football
Firmino's
players.
out
Okay.
of contract. We can get the real false nine archetype instead of assume Kai Havertz is going to do it, right?
I don't want either of them, to be honest, man.
But like that would check the Kai Havertz box in our team hypothetically with somebody who can actually do the job.
Bro, and you know what? Like Vlahovic is basically an upgraded Havertz, and he's not built like a WNBA player.
Oh,
as well,
look,
man.
I don't
give me
think
him,
we're
man.
gonna Kai. If I'm being honest, I don't think we're gonna sign like a striker or like look.
Yeah, I get that because I think Nkunku fills that hole. I think he's
I
that
think
type of player where
Nkunku
he's
fills
more
the hole, but like
flexible.
at the same time, players the talent of Harry Kane don't come available.
Yeah.
I feel
Whatever
sorry
Yeah,
for
I
you,
mean,
Kai,
I
man.
wouldn't mind Harry Kane to be fair. Yeah,
Yo, Kai, I feel
wouldn't
sorry
mind.
for you,
Whatever these people scrape together in terms of like an offer for Kane, at least put it out there. You get rejected,
No,
you get
but-
rejected. Fine.
But for me, like I'm at that place and time where I just think like Mount and Havertz have to be part of the rebuild. I just think they hinder us more than they help us, to be honest, man. Like if you look at the way that Mudryk came in and Felix came in, that's the moment when you realize that our attackers are very, very low quality, man. And that's scary to me. Like the
Yo, Kai, I
realization,
feel sorry for you, Kai,
just
man.
in 3 to 4 minutes, you just have that observation, man. You don't even have to watch the whole game just to see how bad these guys are, man. I think it's time, man. I honestly think it's time to let them go, man. Just for the sake of their careers and for the sake of Chelsea.
And for the people that stand them, they can't tell us why he's good. So we're living on a dream practically.
I feel sorry for you.
I don't understand why we.
Why do you feel sorry for me?
You share the fucking name with a clown, bro. That's why I feel sorry for you.
Bro, I tell my parents, bro. They tell me to name me that. What can I do, bro?
Yeah, KH, man, like.
Jesus Christ.
Is that all you have to
Anyway.
say, man? Very insightful, man.
No, I've got something else to say. Give Ziyech a new contract, 5-year contract.
I'll try to do my best, bro.
We would like to give him a contract. He doesn't want it to be there. What the fuck
No,
is that?
I'll talk to him.
Okay, talk to
Why are
him.
you talking to me, bro? You think I'm Carlito? I don't know
Yeah,
nobody,
don't
bro.
take this the wrong way, but he doesn't know you.
No,
Exactly.
he knows me. Trust me. He knows me.
Doesn't
Yeah,
know
I
you.
never
He
trust
knows
him,
me,
bro.
and I know him. Don't worry.
Trust me, bro. Trust me.
You're a random guy with a Ziyech Abbey on the internet. Like he doesn't know you.
No,
What's your name, American boy? With all that condescending shit, what's your name, boy?
What the hell?
Are you speaking to me?
No, I'm asking
Hold
you,
on.
no.
Are you calling me boy? Is that what
Yeah, I can't lie. Nah, this is.
Is that what you're gonna call me?
Bless.
That kind of talk?
Yes.
Yeah, nah.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
No, we're
Peter,
not doing
just ignore him. man. Like,
That's
just-
ridiculous. That's
No.
ridiculous.
Go ahead, bro. Continue your point.
Peter, I'm sorry for that, bruv.
Nah, this is bullshit. We're not.
As
we're
an
not
American,
doing
he
that
should
shit. For any of
know
you who
better.
don't
I
know,
can't be bothered.
That's
for any
bad.
of you who don't know, that's like
That's
boy.
Yeah, that's what they used to refer to.
If you know the historical context behind the term, you would know why you would not use that, especially with strangers.
Bro,
Like,
nobody was
I
even
use
talking
that
to him,
shit
man.
all.
I don't know. Nobody was even.
He doesn't.
referring
You
to
don't
him
have
or-
to be American to understand that. But
But like,
yeah,
I
you'll
hope
do
you
that.
guys know why that's just out of line.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Yeah, finish your point, bro.
Ziyech, you know I got love for you, but let's be honest, Ziyech doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a long story behind that. But I'll put a good word.
I'm
I've got
not
links with
saying
Potter,
like
man.
this is not a referendum on Ziyech's ability as a footballer or anything. I'm just saying he doesn't want to be here. You could put any contract there. He doesn't give a fuck, man. At this point, and do I really blame him? Nah, not really.
Nah,
But at the same
money
time,
talks. Money talks.
he's 30 years old, right? He's 30 years old. We're signing all these wingers. We're signing them on death row contracts, right? So they're not going anywhere. So even if Ziyech even if he did stay by some grace of God, right? You've got Mudryk, you've got Madueke.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to sell Sterling. Playing time is going to be limited. He kind of
I
has
was
to.
gonna say, he's going to be he's basically fighting for third choice on like as the right winger with Hutchinson. Like that's what he's fighting with.
I
Like
said Hutchinson. Come on.
Oh,
Scott,
Hutchinson has to
Come on,
leave
Scott.
too, but he just doesn't
Come on,
know it yet.
Scott. Please, no.
I feel
On
bad for
loan.
I don't know who that is. I
On
can't-
loan. Not
the
permanent.
thing is, I agree. I think Hutchinson should go for a loan, but like if Potter decides that he needs like an attack, if he thinks he needs an attacker, right, as like one more attacker to fill that quota of attackers or whatever, he might end up fighting with like Hutchinson for his place. And at that point, it's like you might as well just move on, go somewhere like go to the Italian league where it's slower, where you'll do bits. Like he'll ball out in the Italian league. He 100% will. But like it's just as Peter said, it isn't a reflection on him as a player or anything. It's just like it's one of those things where it's not going to work. Like
Sad
cut
thing
ties
is Ziyech is he's over like what the last 3 years he's been here. He's had an overall better career than performance-wise than
Bro,
people that start week in, week out.
I don't disagree with you. I think if he was given more time, but but that's not how football club work. I think he was treated extremely unfair. Him and I think Mount and Havertz have been playing a lot of minutes that they don't deserve, man. And for me, it's unfortunate that Pulisic and Ziyech has been.
I was going to say him and
those.
Him and Pulisic are in a similar sort of boat where Pulisic's a bit lucky that he's younger, but it's like with their Chelsea careers, they're almost in a like. It's almost not fixable at this point. You might as well cut ties and just go in and progress your career.
I agree.
Later on.
Because I think
like we're getting other players in. We're getting Mudryk, Madueke, Nkunku, potentially Felix on permanently. Like you guys might as well, unless you're happy just chilling on the bench basically most of the season, apart from in the cup and in the games that don't really matter. You might as well leave and go and progress your career.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know what people are like waiting for with most of these players. Like they've been here long enough. I'm like, I think the other guy's making the argument that
seasons.
If you surround him with better players, the thing about like needing better players goes to show about your limitations. It's like so it's your argument is revealing more than you think. And then secondly, is like what do we have to base it off of that if we give Havertz better players to surround himself with, that he's going to rise?
Bro,
He could just be the.
It's not even just that though. It's not just the quality. It's not just the quality issue, right? our club is supposedly moving in some direction. People are making up Project 2030 and all this stuff. Fair enough, right? Some of these players' age profiles don't fit. Some of these players stylistically don't fit, right? If you're a wide player and you were not bought in the last summer or two, you're probably leaving just because they spent hundreds of millions of pounds on wide players. And they're going to want to see them. You know what I'm saying? If you're Thiago Silva, I love Thiago Silva. I think he's good enough to play another season. But let's be honest, guys. Are we challenging for a Premier League title next year? Probably not. So, like, do I want to selfishly waste the last year of Thiago Silva's probably professional career scrapping for fourth? Not really. Like, would I be upset if Thiago Silva went? No, it kind of makes sense. It's not an issue of, hey, you're not good enough. It's just Fofana was bought for 70 million pounds, right?
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Colwell, welcome back.
Welcome
back, Alex. Good to have you back. But Colwell's going to play backup minutes to Badiashile in theory, right? We've got 2 left center backs. You can say what you want about Chalobah, but like as a fourth center back, I don't think we're going to do better next year. I don't want to waste.
They're building for Fofana.
Well, hold on a second. What are y'all talking about? So
I'm just saying in terms of like people, certain players, like age profiles and their points in the career not fitting up. Like not fitting in line with like the timeline in which our club is moving on.
Oh, right? I'm assuming the Habibi over here keep pushing Ziyech agenda.
You already know, Alex. Man. You already know, bro.
I mean, he is. We were actually having a conversation.
Do you see how easy it is to get into the conversation by when Peter said something and I knew who he's talking about?
Come on, man.
The agenda and the age, man.
But
agenda and the age.
How many of the players do that? Because I think I saw a thing where apparently we have like 10 attackers, and with Lukaku to come back. So I'm like, how many of these players are we going to have to sell, and which ones in particular are we planning to keep? Like, which ones could you say could potentially still have a future at the club?
I think there's quite a few. The way I look at it, I think you have at least 2 in every position. Plus, I'd say you probably have for the number 10, you probably have like 3, because you probably have a couple of guys who could mix between being an 8 and being a 10, like with Chukwuemeka, for example, Mount if he stays. And then striker, you maybe have
midfield. Scott,
I agree. He's one of those. I think he's one of those guys. I think he's one of those guys. I think to be either an 8 or a 10, depending on whether we go 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Like I'd prefer him to be, depending on who the other midfielder is who we get, like to replace Jorginho. I'd prefer him to be further up the pitch than deeper.
Yeah,
because I think his skill set is better. So
he's not aware of his surroundings when he's deep.
Yeah.
He makes the mistakes that player in offensive zone makes. He thinks too much time. He thinks too offensively in a deeper zone. That's when he made mistakes when he drops too deep. For me, Kai Havertz, as much as you want to get rid of him, I still don't think he's leaving. I still think he's going to be part of the squad.
He probably isn't. I agree. I think I probably isn't. I would like to see him leave, but he probably isn't going to leave.
He's going to be more chances.
Let us get our hopes up.
I think I was just going to say on whoever asked about the 10 players, whatever. I think that there's 8. I think you will have 2 in each position, and then I'd say you'd have 3 probably for the number 10 and 3 probably for the striker position, depending on who they are, because they could be like Nkunku, depending on where he sees him, Havertz probably, and then Fofana or Brozier, depending on the injury, how he is. Yeah. So I think 8 in total for the strike. Like for the forward line, I'd say 8 in total.
Do you want to name them out? I think that's.
Before we do that, real quick question. I have a really, really quick question.
Cool.
Broya tore his ACL in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it just his ACL, or was it like his PCL and MCL and stuff like that?
PCL, LCL, ECL.
He tear completely everything.
So it was like all fucked up.
Actually, then he might be a 12 month.
He's not coming back the same.
Cool. Then it's
that's
he's not coming back. He's not coming back the same.
The reason I'm asking is because if it was just like an ACL thing, you get it kind of up and running by September. Then you might be like, hey, maybe. You're like, but like if this whole knee basically has to be put back together, they're not going to be relying on him as a squad option for next year. Asking.
That's the thing. Xavi, he's not. It's not as bad as people keep making it. You can return from those. He's a young player. All the players can't. Young players can.
But even if when that little
I will actually want to see him loan like Robin Loftus-Cheek after serious injury. Go send him on loan to get his game time because he ain't getting it at Chelsea.
Also, it means he probably has to change his game, and it'll be interesting to see whether he can do that. He might. Okay, I'll say he might have to change his game.
He'll alter it in the short term because
he might have to alter it
on pace and explosiveness, right? Which you need.
Answer to your
You don't need explosiveness on ACL.
I don't know if any of you have had like knee surgery.
But that's the way he plays.
I assume you probably like.
I know especially in football, ACL is deemed to be like up there with the worst. But
I'm just saying,
there are players out there that play. There's players out there that play with no ACL. So like, as much as it's bad, like it's doable.
No ACL.
I'm saying in general, right? Like.
I just don't rate him highly.
Alex, let it go.
I don't think it's possible.
I just think
I'm being serious. I'm being dead.
I don't see the hype in him, to be honest.
Just put one in your head.
Those injuries, like the knee in the back, they're hard to come back.
Player like Broya, who relies on running into channels, occupying spaces, like explosiveness and physicality is a big part of his game. His entire game for the rest of his career is probably not going to change in the grand scheme of things. But he's going to have to alter it a bit until you get that peace of mind and your trust back in your body. Like we see this happen to athletes. We see this happen across all sports, all walks of life, right? You suffer a major injury, and as soon as you're cleared to play and you're back playing, you're not necessarily back to 100% because you have to build up that
fear. It's the fear, Peter. It's the fear. Again, damn Ziyech, stop talking shit when you don't know. Playing with no people have no ACL.
I studied this shit, man.
Leave him, man. Leave him.
How the hell does knee stands together, man?
It depends how strong your hamstrings are, man.
Not just
hamstring.
What does hamstring have? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Bro,
and then Lewis out here making excuses.
If you were my surgeon, I'd give up, bro.
Bro, at least he's a Ziyech guy, not a surgeon, man. Thank fuck, man.
I swear, man.
You must be working for the Chelsea medical team. That's why we got
so
many. No wonder, like he thinks that people. Hold on a second.
I don't know, bro.
I actually want to answer Peter question. Can I answer Peter question, please? First of all, if you think that no ACL, that Ziyech plays with no brain, if that's what you want.
Okay, man.
My point to Peter is actually ACL it's not hard to recover. There's not the same technology that it was 10 years
ago. I agree with you, Alex. We're on the same page.
So what I'm trying to say is
in the short term.
Yes.
Not like the long term.
Yeah, even in the short term. The takeoff speed is not ACL responsible for takeoff speed. It's Achilles heel and the calves. That's the takeoff speed that's responsible. What is actually and the stuff like that. So for me, his maneuverability and physicality that he likes to, dig that football players do. They dig the heel in the ground to hold on with the shoulder to the player. That's the part that he will be afraid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Dig heel in the ground. That's the mental block is gonna be.
And he's a powerful runner, so he's gonna need to rely on that. Like, you know what I mean?
I would rather
like the way he plays.
If it's a situation, right, where he's not like 100% fit by next January, I would rather not send him on some loan while he's trying to regain fitness to fit into a team at the midpoint of the season that might have other objectives in the short term.
He's going to be back playing at Chelsea preseason, not the fully, but I'm thinking he's going to be loaned out of the season.
If he can make it at the end of the summer,
yes, he will
have a full loan for a season. I'm in favor of it. I just don't want to rush him some crap.
Yeah. For me, it's the mental block. It's the mental block is the worrying. The mental block is the worry.
We saw it with Hudson-Odoi for years.
Hudson-Odoi is one of the
Anyway,
most overrated person at Chelsea.
As I was saying, the mental.
You rate Gallagher, bro.
Look,
Gallagher. That's a new one, bro. First time of heroes, man. Thank you for telling me.
As you going forward, the problem is, how you contributing, you using different muscles because your brain does not allow you think that pain. So I'm afraid for him not to get hurt. So that's why I don't want him to stay at Chelsea. I want him to have a game time, not starting position either. I want him to be on a loan somewhere where he's not even a starter, but he's getting his confidence back. You see what I'm saying? That will be the best thing for him.
You go to like Crystal Palace.
That would be the best thing for him. If we don't want to jump too far down this rabbit hole, we don't have to. Fair enough. Yeah. We can skip this question. But if we're talking simple short-term loan, because we'd like to see him back at the club eventually, we're looking way down the line again, but like, what would even be feasible to kind of
Fulham.
accomplish the objective?
Brozier, Brighton. Sorry.
Fulham. What's his name? That striker.
Mitch, if it stays, that could make sense.
Mitrovic stays. He can be his backup.
It actually would make perfect sense. But like, yeah,
Always
that's actually a really good idea. I actually have nothing to push back against that.
They got that guy Vinicius though.
Well,
so
I think we're reading too much into it. What about the other? Because the original question was about like our backup positions for our team. I don't know why I was talking about
I'll tell you the 8 I think it will be. I think it might be. I think on the left it will be Mudryk and Pulisic. On the right, I think it'll be Sterling and Madueke. The number 10s, I'd probably say Felix, because I think we will sign him permanently.
Yeah, I think we'll sign him to finish period 2, man.
Felix, Mount, I think he will stay as much as people don't want him to, and Chukwuemeka.
Where's Carlito?
And the number,
I just realized it's quiet. Where's Carlito?
And he's gone. The number 9s, I'd say, would be Nkunku, Havertz, because again, I don't think he'll necessarily leave, and Fofana. Those are my 8.
Who's on the right?
Don't you think we need a different profile as a 9 though?
Potentially, but then it means that like this. But this is the problem. This is the thing I was trying to talk to about Carlito earlier. Like, if you get say Vlahovic in. Like, and I had this conversation on another stream, so I was like, where do all these pieces fit in? Because you'll then have like 7 strikers that you need to somehow fit. Like, fair enough, Brozier's injured, you take him out of it. Fofana could be sent on loan.
I think Fofana's going to go on loan, to be honest, man. I don't
That's
think
fair. You've then got Aubameyang, Lukaku, he's probably going to go. Havertz and Nkunku probably, and Vlahovic. That's 5 strikers.
I think Nkunku's going to play the 10 though.
Look,
no.
Okay, then, but this is the thing is okay. Then we don't need Felix.
No, but like, don't put Mount in it. Listen, what we're trying to do is we're trying to overflow this attack and just try and we're literally trying to put all of these players into this attack, and it's like cool. That's cool. Our squad, when it comes to attackers, will be sick. What the fuck's happening with the rest of the team? Like our midfield have no one in it. Scott, I think you're looking at it from. Yeah,
I think we will sell Pulisic. We'll sell Ziyech.
First of all, I think you need to stop saying that strikers when you're saying like Kai Havertz. If we can play this the way what's the name? We can play with even those. We can use it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
and
with one striker,
one central striker and 3 players behind them.
Okay, who are those 3 players? Because again, and
that's the really good question.
I think the 3 players. Sorry,
and that's a really good question because I think you're missing one point. You think that the midfielders need to be there. I think no. I think one of those strikers could be there. That can play 10 and drift, but like what's his name? Like Nkunku. Nkunku can drift. Nkunku can move in the tight spaces. Sterling can move in the tight spaces. Felix can move in the tight spaces. Even Blount Ukrainian can move in the tight spaces. So you can build it. You can build it. And without the midfielder. No.
They all can play in different positions.
No. I'm not saying. You. I think Scott, you misunderstanding the point of what the way they wanted to play. I think there's not gonna be a typical number 8 box to box. I think most of them are actually gonna be close to a 10 as possible with the strikers, and that's why I think people misunderstand why I rate Vlahovic in this team if he can come. Ivan Toney, same thing.
I think Ivan Toney.
I agree with you about like Vlahovic and Toney. The thing for me is like I want these. I would happily have one of these guys come in, but it means for me, Havertz has to go. Like
I think one of Havertz or Mount will go.
Yeah. Of course, it is. Like
because I agree with you
on the bench.
If you're
on the bench or go deep.
No, but I'm thinking if in like your scenario or if your idea of like you have different profiles, that's fine. But then having Havertz when you've already got Felix and Nkunku to do both jobs you're mentioning, where they can either play the 9, but like a false 9 kind of, or play as the 10 in between the lines.
You see,
you forget Felix to play on the left as well.
Got similar profile, and it's like cool. I agree. If Vlahovic come in, fine. Then Havertz. If we get like a different profile of number 9, then Havertz has to go, which I want that to happen.
Okay. You see, you got the same player that complains about why we have such a big drop between number 1 team and number 2. And the same time, you want to kick out immediately we get signed somebody better. There is a thing called competition. It doesn't matter if you rate Kai Havertz or not. He can create a competition to the guy you never seen playing for Chelsea before. And that's my point about Kai Havertz. I don't think he's leaving. As much as I think he stinks, he still can be in this team. I'm not saying he should, but I'm saying he still can be. What I'm trying to tell people from the beginning, why are you always so quick to remove them from the team when you don't even, when for example, it does not necessarily needs to be you sign one, somebody has to go. Because we don't have a bench. We literally don't. So why are we keep saying Mount needs to leave, Kai Havertz needs to leave, when actually we don't have nobody? Because otherwise we're gonna need to sign a first number one and a bench player.
Alex, I get what you're saying, but do you think Havertz is the kind of player who's going to be okay with being a second option? I think he's easy to pick out because he was supposed to be a number one.
Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be guaranteed second option. He can fight.
This is biggest thing, not biggest lie in the world of football. There's never a manager promise anybody number one, especially when you're 21. He may think that he does it, but he will go sell real quick if he thinks that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, if he thinks that, he can go, but you don't know until you do it.
Okay.
Right, let me go through a few of these super chats. August, big up yourself, saying frustrating game to watch at 6 a.m. Though I'm happy with the centre back pairing and the Mudryk debut. Do you guys have any hesitation on Caicedo when Basuma and Cucurella have not yet lived up? Thanks for the streams. I thought Cucurella had a good performance.
I think Cucurella was good, bar a few games, man. I think
his passing out the back is a bit too safe for my liking. He needs to be a bit more risky.
But look at the players around him, Lewis. He has to be safe or we could concede counterattack.
No, like with instances with Mount, where we say you could play the forward pass and you could actually look at the runner a bit quicker. It's the same energy.
I'm actually completely okay.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm playing into Gallagher and Mount, I'm playing safe because these guys lose one in the midfield.
I don't like the narrative as well.
But Cucurella played well.
He played very well. He did what we needed him to do.
Cucurella's done his job.
Even Ziyech did good. Cucurella did good.
Why don't you play in the middle?
One at a time.
Gallagher, maybe.
Lewis, when you're talking about pass selection for Cucurella, right? Like, what areas of the pitch are we like talking about here in this like criticism? I don't necessarily disagree with you, but like, are we talking like building from like goal kicks, or are we about the halfway line?
I think he's talking about higher up the
Closer
pitch,
to the halfway line. Close to the halfway line.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of noticed that too, right? Like, Cucurella wasn't getting vertical as in spots he probably should have been. But that's where, like, we have a teenager filling in because we have some wild injury crisis in midfield, right? Who's already not having the best game, which is where, like, the psychology of the game also takes over to a degree. You know, like, people in front of you kind of aren't necessarily making it stick as much as you would like them to. Are you going to continue fizzing them balls where they're under pressure and they're already kind of struggling? Or like I guess he could have gone vertical to who was playing left wing in the first half, like basically in the first half.
Even when Mudryk came on,
Gallagher, whoever was over there, like I don't know. It wasn't like Ziyech and Chalobah did all right, and like they did all right on that side. You know, but like as far as the left-hand side, it just seemed like a lot of the same kind of going on. I'd be interested to see Cucurella paired with Mudryk for a couple games to see if he's more adventurous and just more positive. You know, which I think he will be.
Yeah,
good players are comfortable playing around better players in more natural positions. You know, but like I don't know, we'll see. Like I did kind of notice that, but
that's my question, Lewis.
Bro,
I got a question. You was there.
Been bad, man, since we bought
you were there at the game, Lewis. Was there opportunities where, like, say Mudryk was running in behind and we didn't play him, like Cucurella was on the left and he ran in behind and we didn't feed him the ball? Was there
it was like once. I don't think it was a constant thing. Like, but I can barely remember that. There was one time where I saw.
I think there were like 2 instances.
Let me, Peter. What do you don't like about Cucurella?
Oh, I like Cucurella. My point is, like, if we are away, right?
Okay, what do you criticize about Cucurella?
I'm not criticizing anything.
Okay,
here. I'm just saying, like, I understand safe pass selection in a first half where the ball's kind of bouncing all over the place.
That's my point for people thinking, like, look, do you want him to be Trent? Because you're gonna find the problems with him the minute he becomes Trent. He's a defender.
No, like, if anything, my question is more second half than first.
No.
He did what we need him to do.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Very well. Exactly.
People forget what the jobs are actually jobs on that field. We did not concede. We did not let Salah sniff anything around that box because of Cucurella.
No. In spite of what we're saying about the passing, he defensively did his job. We all agree.
Hold on a second. The passing in offensive zone only becomes better when the midfield plays better. What's wrong, Peter?
Alex is just so funny. Like,
Alex is
unintentionally hilarious. Like, he just talks louder and louder. It just gets progressively quiet.
It's passionate. I rate it.
It's just funny.
But yeah, we all agree.
It's defensive. It's a defensive, man. I want my defenders to fucking defend. And if he becomes a good defender, then I want him to be going forward. Same thing with the players. Like, I want him. His best abilities? Well, have spaces. Sorry, Carlito. Have spaces. But for fuck's sake, man, I don't care about the half spaces. I want him to have a good touch first. Then I want him to see his partner, not Mason Mount, second. Yep. That's what I want from the player in the offensive zone.
Plus, when you consider Reece James on the other side, you know what I mean? We're not going to concentrate so much about Cucurella going forward. And once we have Reece James back, the focus is going to be on his side and might give him more freedom.
It depends on what Potter wants, because I don't know if he wants this, but I've seen a few people suggest this, especially when Reece James is back, where in attack you go 3 at the back and you have Cucurella inverted.
He's perfect.
Again, Scott, Felix will play for left
now.
And it's like you can have that, because then it gets you the shape that a lot of people like, especially when it comes to possession football, like in attack. But it depends on what Potter wants going forward, because like if he wants him to be if he wants him to be an overlapping fullback, and he wants him to have
quick after
contributions in the final third, then yeah, there might be a problem with what he's playing in terms of his attacking play at the moment. But if he wants him to be an inverting fullback,
breathing like a freaking Death Vader in this microphone. Well, hold on, Kai. Let me quick question. I think I finally start seeing Potter as a man. When you said what Potter wants consistency. Doesn't matter which part of the field. He wants consistency performance from the specific areas. And I always said, do not concede. Do not concede. That's what I want. From now, to not concede until he gets confidence. Players get confidence, they move on, and they play better. That's it.
Look at Attila's comment. Man.
What do you guys think about Badiashile's performance?
He's
good.
Just before we get into that, I'll just finish this. Just let me finish off the rest of the super chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys have any hesitation on Caicedo and Basuma and Cucurella have not yet lived up? I don't really have any hesitation because he's going straight into Potter's system, and Potter already knows how to get the best out of him. So I'm not.
Can I just add about like Cucurella, because I think like the guy's touch is very fucking underrated, man. Like under pressure, when he gets the ball, like his first touch is better than our midfielders. The first touch, man. And I think he needs a run of games, and he'd be very, very good. The issue with him is, again, he has to when the games that he were bad, he had to cover for Koulibaly and had to cover for Mount in the same midfield, man. So it's a very hard for if you remember at the beginning of the season when he had decent players around him, when he was in good form, he was very, very good. And I think that people just like and Lewis, I'm sorry again, I'm gonna mention that channel that you're on, man. But there is like they seem to fucking like look at every little thing that all our players done wrong and just completely overlook what Mount does wrong whenever in relation to those players that they criticize. Because for me, Cucurella, you give him good center backs around him, you give him a better midfielders around him, and I think he will show how good he is. Because I think he's very good, and you can see a glimpse of him. Man. He's literally a left back with a touch of a midfielder, man.
Kai, even to build off your point, when Silva has the ball and say Mountain's on the left, right? He's staying on that left defender, not dropping into the space when Silva is just like, yo, check off the defender and go into the space right there in the
pocket.
pocket.
He presses like a motherfucker as well, man. He presses like really, really
I like
good,
he's a little bit nasty too. I like that at him.
Yeah,
he has a little bit of nastiness in him.
I think people are just hanging on to him because of his price tag. And they're trying to be negative and fucking pick at him and because of his hair, probably. But yeah.
Is it fair to wait until like obviously we hope Reece James is fit at some point again? It would be nice if he could actually play football.
Yeah, he should play at Villa apparently.
I want to see like a back four with like what our team is actually kind of going to look like next year. Like Gallagher and Mount on the wings, like please, like play some wingers. I want to kind of see what the team looks like just to kind of see some sort of template because we have so many people playing midfield that don't like playing out wide that don't really play there because Pulisic's the left winger, he's hurt. Sterling can play on either side, he's hurt.
He's hurt as well.
Right. Hudson-Odoi is out on loan. Whoever else we signed does not fit unless you're Ziyech, because Ziyech is the only one who never really gets hurt for whatever reason. So fair enough,
And he's
right?
slow as
But
well.
like,
Yeah.
point is, like on the left we have Mount or Blonde Mount, and it's like, like can I get a real wide player?
I have a question
Isn't
about
it me or
I mean, we
Blonde
have
Mount
three
start
now.
to-
We have
Isn't me
three
or
now,
Blonde
Barcelona.
Mount start to perform better than regular Mount?
No, yeah, no, 100%.
You're not the only one.
And the
Not
funny
only
thing
one.
is, funny thing is, Gallagher isn't playing well. He's just not playing against us.
Just press
He's
it.
young.
Mhm.
He's young.
Just running.
It's just
So
Mount is atrocious.
but I wanted to ask you guys: do you guys see a future for Gallagher at the club long term?
No.
No, he needs to go, bro.
No.
He's
I think they will sell him.
dumb
I think they'll
too.
sell him to Palace. I'm honest,
I
man.
like the kid. Seems like a nice guy. Wants to do well, and I respect.
I don't even like
Go,
him. Man.
go back to something I said earlier when I said about Mudryk and about certain attackers or certain players where you like just see it, bro. I don't see how, unless this guy learns how to A, keep hold of the goddamn ball, or B, pick his head up. Like he's not going to work in this team because my word, that's the biggest thing that he keeps doing.
I think he can be.
Even his
He can be.
positional awareness is terrible.
His ball, I was gonna say, his ball retention and his awareness of what's
How
around him
that
is
word
absolutely
ball
terrible.
retention is fucking like it brings the shivers in my neck. Ball
No,
retention.
I like
Can I just
what
add to
Peter,
that?
I like
Can
what
I
Peter
just add to
said.
that,
That
just a
like,
second ago, yeah? Just
No, I
to
like
add
what-
to Scott's point. I've said it from the beginning. When I laid my eyes on Mount, I said he's not a good midfielder because one, he takes too fucking long to look up and see where he's supposed to pass, and secondly, his ball retention is shit. The only thing he's good at is winning back the ball, but he's not good at keeping it. So how can he play as an 8 man? I don't get it. That's why nobody plays him as an 8 man.
What I'm
Yeah,
trying
no.
to say about the Blonde Mount is, why are we treating that young player like he's a starter at Chelsea? He was never supposed to be in this position in the first place.
that
He's
wasn't my
supposed to
question.
get the 10. Nobody fucking ask you
My
answer your
question. My
question.
question was
I'm
long
not
term.
asking you.
My
I'm not
question was
answering your
long-term.
question. I'm talking.
My question was long term. So,
I don't give a fuck about you and your long term.
so you're arguing an imaginary
I'm not
point.
arguing. I'm arguing
Well,
to
you
you. So
are
shut the
arguing.
fuck up and let me talk.
You are arguing.
Alex, you're ruining his mental health.
What I'm
man.
trying to say about the Gallagher, he didn't supposed to be in this position in the first place. He's supposed to get 10 minutes out, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes there. That's what he's supposed to do.
Bro, people
He's
were saying
not supposed to play.
If we
Tuchel's
need
trying to
like,
keep him as a
if
joke,
we
man.
need some mad pressing in the last 10 minutes, throw him on there and go crazy. But like,
That's where he's useful.
He's a
But
footballer.
it's too limited
I'm
of a
not. I'm
role.
not saying he's.
Okay, limited role.
Stop treating the players like this is a top 4-5 team, and he's gonna be number one player on.
Alex, I would love
yeah,
to not rely
so-
on Gallagher. I would love it if Conte and Kovacic were actually fit.
You see what I'm saying?
I would
Well,
love
it's
to.
kind of
So, no,
foolish.
I just have something to say. So I'm saying like, okay, so if we've come to the conclusion that Gallagher is less of a liability than Mount is, so if we're saying that we're looking to declutter our team, so all in favor of selling Mount but keeping Gallagher just as a
Yes,
backup.
If it came down to it, yes.
Bro, I'm in favor of selling all of them.
If it came down to it, like if I had to choose sell one and keep one, Mount's out of here, man. We're killing.
Yeah,
him.
Mount's
Also,
out of
Mount
there,
has
keep
more
Gallagher.
value as well.
Yeah, that was
Mount
my
has more
thought. That was
value
my
as well.
thought process as well. And
I actually think Mount is not gonna stay here.
no,
Not
neither do
because
I.
I don't like him as a player. I don't think he's gonna stay here, man.
Because my thing
If you-
with Conor Gallagher, right? Let's just say for whatever reason Chelsea don't sell him this summer, right? He's still young enough. He played a year of Premier League football at Crystal Palace. There's going to be a market for Conor Gallagher whenever Chelsea decide to sell him. It's not that he can't play top level football. He's clearly shown he can. It just
only
might
Palace
not
bid for
be.
him.
Peter, you know what my solution for Gallagher? Use him as a bait to get Elise into the club.
Hey man, if we have to use one of our academy players for a former academy player, then it's got to be that.
I will take Elise at Chelsea anytime
Hey, man.
versus Gallagher.
At this point, I'll throw in a Mason Mount too for free. Like if that's what it takes, that's what it
I
takes.
think he's gonna leave. I honestly think he's gonna leave.
I just don't see him.
And I'm not just saying that
hold on a
because I don't
second.
like him, man. I honestly, I even put 100 euros today that he's gonna leave, man.
Yeah,
I also don't see that,
I just
Kai.
don't
don't
think
see
that
him.
I
Mount's
think
getting better.
I think
He's
he
not
will,
getting
man.
any better.
Honestly, like,
So
the fact that
I
his
don't-
contract, he
He's
doesn't want
going
to
to
his
still ask for
contract.
those stupid money, though.
What
as well.
happened?
Somebody
What
mentioned
happened?
he's not getting better. He's getting worse.
What
Yeah,
happened
exactly.
to
That's what I'm
Carlito?
saying as
What
well.
happened to Carlito? His DM and his med. What happened? I wasn't
Go
there.
back and check. Just go back.
I was going to say
Yeah,
we'll
it's not-
We
explain
can
it.
talk about it
We'll explain
offline.
it backstage. We'll explain
Backstage.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
take it backstage. But yeah.
Take it backstage. Yeah.
He said Peter. All right. I'll
So,
find
Lewis,
it.
we'll explain
what did
backstage.
you make of Mudryk's live?
Pardon?
Anyway,
I thought he had a very good cameo. Big up
He
Prince
was
Prem
very
Reggie
good,
as well, saying yes, we missed out on Mudryk, but Martinelli's got all that Mudryk has got, in my opinion.
He doesn't.
Oh,
Martinelli doesn't have the dribbling ability
your
that
towards the
Mudryk
start
has.
of
Not
Martinelli
even close.
kind of cracked me up.
No.
I was surprised how good he was his feet and
Bro,
that
his
tight
dribbling
space.
is insane.
Oh my goodness.
And he's 2-footed
And
as
that
well, which is
speed
mad.
too.
Do you know what's good as well is I like the fact that we've brought in another one of him in terms of like a similar profile with Madueke, where it's like another one that can do the same sort of things on the other side. So that means we don't have to do what we did
I think
with
that's the
Hazard.
goal, though. Don't you think that's what is the goal to get?
No,
these
but that's
two
my
wingers
point, guys. Again, it's good from the ownership that we don't have to rely on Mudryk to do that solely. We haven't got one guy on our team who have to solely rely on being able to beat a man on a dribble, and then it's like what I can't remember who it was.
As well.
It might have been Couch who stayed at the start. I can't remember who it was, but it said like he gets focused on. Players are attracted to him, so it means that when you have two players like that, you could just create so much space for everyone else.
And you got Felix.
Yeah, and also our attack isn't lopsided.
Scott, this is where the really good finisher is in the
Exactly.
squad.
Yeah. But
when you have those kind of players, you don't need the guy that moves a lot. You need the guy that actually finishes.
I agree with you, but this is my point as well.
He likes to drift.
Well,
Kill it with fire.
That was a waste. Abba was a waste.
He was.
No,
but
I don't
the
think it was
thing
a
is,
waste. I think
Oba
we
could
played
work
it.
in this team. I think Oba can work in this team with if you have that like the three behind him of Felix when he's back, Madueke and Mudryk. I think he can work, but I think it's quite clear that he's not in Potter's plan, so it's just a waste of time. Again, it's the cut ties thing. But this is where
we'll see who we buy. I think it's based on the market. I don't think Potter actually make any decisions yet. Who stays, who goes.
But
I think it's actually more about the players, because the player might want to move before even Potter decides to. Because I don't think he's going anywhere, at least until the summer.
No, I don't. I agree. I don't think he's going in the summer. But I will say Josh has a point. Like, I'm not saying I want him back, but this is like the thing with Lukaku. It's like, look, I put Lukaku when he's on form. No, I agree. I don't want him back. I never want him to play for the football club again, right? But
ever.
This is the thing of like where people were complaining about the 7 touches against Palace.
Why he has a triangle head?
The reason why the 7 touches is highlighted. Like, this is the thing, and I agree with you. This is where, like as we mentioned, someone like Vlahovic could work if you have the people on the wings who can create space for him. So he picks up the ball up and he's 1v1 with a guy, and he's got the strength and he's got that ability to beat them. Like when he's not having to go 3v1 because our midfielders or our wingers are just standing there doing fuck all. Like
when the Arsenal was going for Vlahovic, I wanted him. Like I said, I'm not watching the games in game, but I start paying attention that winter transfer window. He's good, and I don't understand where Carlito got it from. That he's not
fast.
The guy is fucking fast. I don't know where he got it from.
You know what it is? Do you know why people say he isn't fast?
Well. I don't know.
Is he a good hold-up player? Can he hold up the ball?
He's decent hold. Do you know why it is though? Do you know why people say he isn't fast? It's the same thing with Haaland. He's deceptively quick. He's got that explosiveness. He's not a Messi or something, or he's not like a Mudryk or a Madueke where it's like
he's not.
He doesn't.
He's not
look
tiny
quick.
feet fast.
Yeah. He doesn't look quick. It's that explosiveness straight off the bat of like, and just the. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to explain, but yeah, people just get confused or like get have a misconception of him because he's not small.
If Tony is available, I'd rather take Tony, Ivan Tony. Yeah. But if not, the guy could save a guy. Probably have a life sentence based on. By the way, what happened to his sentence?
I think he was charged.
He hasn't had
he had to answer to 3rd of January.
He hasn't. Nothing's happened. He's played a game. He played a game the other day and scored. Like he's still.
He just have to like pay fines.
No, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I just don't think it's decided yet.
There's an appeal. There's an appeal that he has.
I don't think it's decided yet. But the club's shelling out a bunch of money for somebody who might get slapped with a lengthy gambling ban.
Yeah,
it's just not something that's going to happen.
That's so stupid. These footballers,
don't know how long the ban is.
It's also
they get themselves with the dumbest shit.
Hi, it's dumb. Like being in the Premier League and gambling on
exactly,
games.
Josh. Exactly.
Well, it is dumb, but like at the same time, he worked his way up from League One, so I kind of respect it. Like once. I think it's dumb. Again, don't get caught. But like, he was probably betting on himself at Peterborough and scoring all those goals.
You don't think he?
No, it's true though. There's one thing he said: give away a penalty in a certain minute, and he did give away a penalty in that minute.
Hey man, I love the shit housery. I love the shit
man.
housery, man. But
It's not great, but like at least he's not out here killing people, man.
if we sign him, I hope he doesn't do that. But yeah, man.
Like,
That's
if
what I'm
he
saying.
gambles-
Like,
if he
what
gambles
big
on
club
games,
is gonna
fuck
do
me
it,
on that.
man? Yeah, what big
I
club
don't
is
think
gonna
you're
take
gonna
this
make
guy?
enough money to where you don't need to do that. But gambling isn't a problem; it's an addiction.
Tammy is better, man. Tammy, even Roma fans are tired of him, man.
But like, yo, I know
Yeah,
Kane
shit.
is never coming to Chelsea, but that would be like a perfect striker for us.
Hey, just put the money out there and see what happens at that point.
Because Kane could do everything up top. He could drop deep, create, hold the ball up, score anything. Like,
No,
Look, I have to take back a lot of my Harry Kane slander,
I
but
can't lie to you. I don't even know if I'd take Kane right now. Like,
Why
that
not?
seems mad to say, but like,
How old is he now, man?
he's
29.
30, and it's
28?
like, you know
his
what it
game
is?
doesn't rely on pace, though.
Maybe it's just Spurs, but he just looks like he just isn't engaged anymore. Like
Because
he's
he doesn't
Spurs.
care
Yeah,
about
but that's
Spurs.
probably Spurs, bro. That's the Spurs curse, man. You know when you go to like you work in a factory every day, man.
Watch him when
You're
he
tired
goes
of it, man.
United next season. You're gonna see a different Kane.
Nah,
You
he
think
might
United's gonna take
make United that. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I don't want him going to United because they will
even-
actually turn up.
even if Harry Kane is not engaged, he's still got 15 goals in the Premier League. Our leading goal
That's
scorer
fair.
has 5.
That is fair.
Our leading goal
Nah, I
scorer
think
has
he's
5, guys. We scored 22 goals in 20 games.
Speaking of Spurs, yeah, the one player I take from them is Kulusevski.
Kulusevski.
That's a fucking. I would love him. I think he would bang at Chelsea, man. And he's a Chelsea fan as well, which somebody like told me, and I didn't believe, but they sent me
that doesn't mean a lot, to be honest.
the report. Hey man, Mount is not a Chelsea fan of that fans.
No, it's not.
man,
No, it's,
you know?
it's not even that. Like we have a former Tottenham player playing for us. He literally signed for us like a couple of days ago. We have a former Tottenham youth player.
I would take Bentancur. That's another player.
We've got guys that
I
are
would
Chelsea fans playing for United and Arsenal and shit. Like no one cares.
Wait,
Yeah, but Kulusevski, based on his talent, I like him. I don't know what you feel.
What
about
we
him,
saying
but I
about
really like him.
Caicedo though? Would you guys?
Kulusevski's an Arsenal fan. No, he's not an Arsenal fan, bro. There's you can Google it. He's a Chelsea fan. Some of you just say the dumbest shit in chat, man. Like,
Who cares about what fan?
I was going to say it doesn't really matter. To be fair.
Yo, this chat is the funniest. Like, there's like 18 different conversations going on in the comments.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, but-
people reply super late or just I read things out of context.
And you know what? Lewis channel used to have the best chat, man. Then some of those like Johnny chat people start coming in, man, and start like spreading their ignorance and low IQ in here, man. Lewis, you need to do something about that, bro. Allow me to ban some of them.
It would be great, and I can't lie. I think today, like, I think it's happening. Like, you can't like the owners can't watch or Bowley can't watch this performance today and say that like we don't need him.
That's what I'm saying.
It's garbage with
what
like,
can I say specifically?
I felt bad for Jorginho, no lie, because
or just a midfield, bro. Like
he was the
a
best one out of
midfield.
the dumbasses in the midfield.
I feel
hold
like
on.
Gallagher and Mount, their football IQ is so bad, like it's really bad.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to say because like this is I'm just kind of like continuing from yesterday's conversation because I think we were talking about like the midfield and how it's important that we need to replace the midfield, and I agree that we do need to do that. But my thing is specifically what players are we trying to get out and what type of players are we trying to get in specifically. So it's kind of just like because I heard people saying Enzo Fernandez, and I think obviously that's quite that's a good shout. I mean the price is exorbitant, but whatever. But I think he fills in multiple holes that we have in our midfield currently. And also, but then I heard other people saying, "Oh yeah, we should get Caicedo so we can play him next to Kante." I don't know why we would need two like.
Kante even alive nowadays? I haven't seen him in a long 2 years, man.
He was smiling the other day.
If you get Caicedo, you want someone who's going to be more progressive than he is.
Yeah.
And
And then I was hearing,
the funny thing is, Caicedo's not bad on the ball either. It's
No,
very
he's not. But like, if you look when he plays for Brighton, like especially under De Zerbi, he plays next to one of like Gross.
McAllister.
I know.
Progressive. He is always the one that's like the slightly further back of the two.
I wouldn't want to rely on him for the ball.
It's the same way when he plays for Ecuador as well. Jackson Mendes.
Is it? I thought Jackson Mendes was the guy that sat.
It's so like when they played with the wingbacks, right? When they played with the back five against Holland, like Mendes sat. But typically, what they do is they'll just play 4-4, then 2 up top. Because Mendes played in the front 3 when he played in MLS. Well, not a front 3, he played in the midfield 3, and he played higher up.
Yeah.
So like Caicedo would typically like if you watch the Holland match, Caicedo was kind of everywhere doing everything, and Mendes was sitting. The reason for that, I think, was just because Mendes got a yellow in the opening game, so they're protecting him from the suspension. But no, it's just kind of you need to pair him with somebody progressive. I know a good portion of this fan base hates Jorginho's guts and wants to burn him at the stake. I get it, but pairing Caicedo and Jorginho together for the rest of the season is not a bad idea.
So like what? So what's the ideal midfield partnership or trio? Like with future signings.
As in, like, are we saying that like money no object here?
Money no object.
Lavia, Enzo.
It's Enzo and Caicedo.
Yeah, I think that actually, you know what? Stupid me. I guess that was obvious.
I mean, I'd say if you can't get Enzo,
a cost efficient replacement for Enzo if you don't get him. I guess that's.
I'll tell you what, it's not going to happen. I can hear Moyo shout for Bentancur. To be fair, it's never going to happen because Tottenham are never going to sell him to us. But I can hear that.
That guy, man, he's the one who fucked up Chilwell's knee.
But apart from Enzo,
Lavia. That's my boy.
So you want Lavia and Caicedo?
I want Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo. That's the midfield.
That would be amazing. Man.
That's an elite midfield three. But I think we can get.
And it's good for the next 10 years.
Pure
Man.
minerals.
Not even like a.
I actually, if it was, I will not take Enzo. I will take Caicedo and Lavia.
Like Ronaldo said, I think I deserve it. And I think
a bit more aggressive with those two.
I mean, I guess
I think Southampton going down, so we may get Lavia.
It's not that City has a buyback.
I said if City don't.
So what?
Alex, the buyback is active in 24 though.
I just have one more thing.
It doesn't matter as long as if it activates. Not okay. Yes, it goes back in 24. But if somebody buys earlier, they have to run by City. It's same thing. For example,
that would be a first refusal.
Yeah, no. That's not how it works. Yes, first refusal. It's probably in the same engraved in that conversation because even with what's his name, that Liverpool, we have a buyback clause, right? 40, right? That's what it was. But it's only activated 2 years. What if somebody comes in a year early? Doesn't mean no. It still means that Chelsea will be another notified that we're about to sell the player, and they're gonna decide what to do. You see what I'm saying?
Chelsea even looking at him. Chelsea even linked with Lavia.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying, man. I'm just giving you example of the situation the Lavia is with City. Lavia and City have the same problem as same situation as Chelsea and Liverpool.
People in the comments, we're talking more like summer. We're not talking.
I'm not talking about now. The new recruit starts in February. You're gonna see Lavia links pick up. Joe Shields, I think his name is.
But yeah.
These Johnny inflators, man. Jesus.
I just have one more thing. So, is the prospect of a creative midfielder like off the cards, like an Odegaard type of midfielder? Is that off the cards completely?
It depends because like that's what we've kind of gone for in terms of Felix potentially.
Since when?
Or it could be, or could be we could use.
You. Now you see what I see. Now you see, Scott, what I see. When you don't play midfielder in that position, you play a forward 10. You see what I'm saying? You thinking about creative.
I think Felix. No, the only reason I said about the other two in terms of like Chukwuemeka or Mount, I think we'll stay. I don't want him to, regardless. I think Chukwuemeka could work there. He could work in that position. You give him minutes. Like I'd prefer to get someone else. Like I'd prefer to get like that Zakarian and have him as maybe the backup.
Zakarian.
10. Yeah. In that
I
position.
think that Russian kid is probably the best. Would be in that. No, I'll take it back. He likes to drift wide too, for some reason.
But like
I would like. You know, Hazard plays 10 for Belgium when he was earlier in the season. If you can find somebody forward that, like, if Sterling had a good pass and vision, he will be substantial.
Look
in
at that Billy
position.
slap, bro.
I think we've already found that player in Nkunku.
That's one thing. I think
I don't know Nkunku, so I don't know what kind of player he is.
Nkunku or
he's perfect
Felix
there.
Nkunku. Yeah, I think Nkunku or Felix, if we get him permanently, could beat that. And that's where I think if we're getting midfielders, I don't want to touch people that want to play further up the pitch, like Odegaard or people like that. I want to touch people that are going to be comfortable playing slightly further back. In a double pivot or as an 8 in a 3.
Yes, am I the only one who thinks
yes, you're the only one.
So it's Enzo like the perfect midfielder for our team.
I think he'll play as a winger for us, man. I think Felix would come here to play on the right wing, man.
Because I'll be honest, I wasn't giving into that.
I think you're thinking too much. I think the new.
No, look at his dribbling, Alex.
No, that's not what it is.
Very good, man.
Based on how we play and how Brighton plays, I think he likes to give freedom to the front three players, and let him be more free and decide which one. It's not established. They can be on the paper said you stay right, you stay left, but at the same time they can.
So like Liverpool, like you used to play.
Kinda. You see, Salah still stays on the left, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? But the front three, they kind of like he drifts. The what's his name? Firmino goes to the right.
Basically, they have free rolls up top.
Free rolls up top. I think
if we were gonna do this 4-3-3 thing at all, right? And if Mount were to leave and Blonde Mount were to leave, guys, what is the situation with SMS at Lazio?
Oh, happily. Yeah, happily. If we're gonna, this is the thing. If we're gonna play a 4-3-3, then yes. If we're gonna play a double pivot, no.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want him as like a 10 kind of thing behind.
No,
like,
this is the thing. I had this same argument with Jesters over lot. I think either the summer just gone or the summer before. He was like,
I
say, let's go and get SMS and have him as one of our six.
It was
like you
Jester saying that he was.
Oh, it was just like it's the same thing with Kovacic. You're just removing most of the best bits about him just to.
I think De Jong will be the best player in that final between the front, like you know what I'm saying, like that tight space player.
I didn't even think about him. I forget about him.
He will be the best. Like he reminds me of what's his name, Croatian, the real Croatian, Mudryk.
Because if I had like my like dream scenario, right, just to sign midfield recruitments and like strip most of our midfield back and just
Milinkovic Savić.
Bro, you're an NPC, man.
Caicedo, Lavia, and De Jong.
I was going to say
with De Jong though.
I was going to say Milinkovic, Savić, Caicedo, and probably somebody like Zubamendi from Sociedad. I would go that way because yes, Enzo is amazing, but like we all know Enzo is amazing. Are we going to get him? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't want to get my hopes up that high to be disappointed. If we get him, am I going to cry? Obviously not. But like, look, you can kind of take that 120 M's or whatever it's going to take to get Enzo. You can get a Zubamendi. Best case scenario, Southampton go down for the sake of building Chelsea, and you can get Lavia potentially for like 50 M's instead of like 80 M's. You know, so you can kind of for the price.
If they go down, it's going to be even less, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they have a. I don't know. I don't actually know how that would work, but you know, like Enzo would be great. Am I gonna get upset about like? Well, because the thing with Brighton is they're pushing for Europe. Caicedo's going to be a lot of money, but whatever. We need midfield players. The biggest thing is if we're going to sign these midfield players, we also need people to leave this club. I would rather be understaffed next year in terms of players than overstaffed. I would rather have to rely on a few of academy kids to fill the holes than have like a Ziyech, a Pulisic, and a Hudson-Odoi all sitting on the bench in Europa Conference League when they're just never going to play again. You know,
Galib has your approval on the. Yo,
what's up?
Galib says, you know your players.
Hey man, like thank you, man.
You got the Galib seal of approval, bro.
Yeah, no, Galib is really knowledgeable about the different leagues. That's what he does for living. But so he's
because I mean I have ESPN Plus. You probably do as well, Alex. I don't. Okay,
I don't have.
Watch La Liga. Yeah.
He's got his quasi-legal like black box. I'm not going to pretend I watch La Liga every week, but like Zubamendi has kind of been a better known prospect for like 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, he's very good. He's
in terms
he's
of somebody
silky,
in terms of somebody playing vertical and being able to pair somebody with Caicedo and being able to operate in a pivot, that ticks all the boxes without being the exorbitant price that like an Enzo is. That being said, it's not my money. If they want to spend on Enzo, I'm not going to cry. There's many solutions. We just need to get people in that can raise the level of our team immediately. You know what I'm saying? Even if we do re-sign Conte and some sentimental shit, he's going to get hurt again. I love Conte. I'll always have love for Conte.
Well, we'll see. He finally had the surgery, so let's not jump to it.
I'd never heard of 6 months out for a hamstring injury in my life. But like, whatever, man.
Yeah, you did.
No, I don't
James last season.
Who? Reece James?
James.
All right, well, he came back and got hurt again. Fair enough.
James last season, a hamstring.
We saw Conte in training like
with surgery.
And said, just kidding, you're out again.
That's the one position as well that we need to invest in, like somebody to rotate with Reece.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a critical because we can't rely on Azpilicueta, man. The guy runs like he's running the sand, man.
Look, Azpilicueta, nice tweets today, nice thread about how much you love Chelsea. We appreciate you, we love you, brother, but it's time.
Yeah, man.
Respectfully,
Time to put him down, man.
All right,
it's been time.
Hijack Pedro Porro, man.
Still for me,
I swear to God, you need
Lavia.
To be fair, I actually back what Fata said. Hijack Pedro Porro, 100%.
See, Kai, our division, man.
Hey guys, Kyle Walker.
Now,
Only vision you have
now
is
spit
McDonald's,
that. Now spit that vision, please.
Kyle Walker Peters, anybody?
Oh,
I
yeah.
said it as a
I was
backup,
watching
but people
today,
are like,
man.
"Oh, he's that good."
I like him. I
Look,
like him. I like what I see.
He probably would be happy to be back up to Reese. He fits the homegrown quota as a backup player. You know, I don't really want to use my foreign spots on guys who are going to play 10 games a season, 12 games a season, you know. But hey, if they go down, like there's going to be a fire sale. There's some good talent to get from a club like that, you know. But I'm not really trying to spend 300 M's on a midfield when we know that we're also going to need a goalkeeper as well. Like that's something nobody's really talking about. And like, cool, you can give me all the advanced metrics for Kepa playing better this season. And like, I test he is playing better. I believe you, but like, I think this is old school.
Yeah, he's still not the guy.
I'm sorry, but I don't want McAllister nowhere near Chelsea.
My thing with McAllister's going to be wild expensive too.
It's I don't think he's actually that good. I mean, he's a good player in the World Cup, but I don't think he's that player for me. I think there's a better player than him. Specifically with the money, like you said, there was going to be a lot.
I think he's good, but I think he's even less. He's going to fit what we need.
I think Chelsea started like the way Chelsea is we buying. For example, if we will buy Caicedo and get Lavia in the summer, that midfield is settled. And if you can find another player that can play well, like what's his name, that player from we got from Germany, Nkunku, and that number 10, like midfielder slash, you know, like how you get midfield with forward line together. If you can find another player to be backup to Nkunku,
Zakarian, that's the guy.
Zakarian. I said
he can be like a 10 backup.
Yes, I think he can be. The problem is, I think I watched him again. He likes to drift to the space.
That's fine. That player's gonna have a free role anyway. Nkunku likes to drift in space.
No.
That's the player that's not allowed. We got a bid rejected for him 12 hours ago.
That's not the player that I want to have freedom. When I said freedom, I said players in the front three. Those white players and one in the middle. Not the midfielder or /10.
You want to keep a triangle all the time.
Keep it a triangle all the time. I never think when Scott said about I was feeding my kids. When you said about what's his name, Kane, I will love Kane. You know what I want? I don't want him to do drift in the middle. I don't want the fucker to drift.
Yeah,
we have
there.
Players stay up there. You're a good finisher. I think that's the problem with what's his name with Tottenham. Because they don't have a creative that they have a good sitting midfielders, but they don't have the midfielder that link up with them between forward, the ones that I'm talking about. Not midfield, either midfielder creative 8 or 10 that can drift a little bit deeper. You see what I'm saying? They don't have that link between forward line, and so what they have to do is go wide, long ball, or Kane has to drift in the middle. That's how they play. And if you cut that channel, Spurs dead. It's it. Or you rely on Kulusevski individuality. So for me, if you find that player and then you can get Kane, I don't want Kane in the middle. Let the other players do their job and Kane do his job. He will score double digits.
Can I make one last point about midfield real quick?
Yeah, go on.
So for Zubimendi, his release clause is 60 million euros, right? Release clauses have to be paid in a lump sum, right? It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for Clear Lake to put up 65 M's or something like that to go slightly above it. So then you could structure the deal. You know what I'm saying? So like against the book, you're not paying 60 M's in one summer because we're going to give him like a 5, 6, 7 year contract, some kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? So in terms of you want to amortize the fee to like as low a yearly cost so you can keep your liquid cash or you can spend it on other stuff. So it wouldn't be. I would rather wait till the summer, pay because he's already said he wants to stay with Sociedad to the end of the season because they're in a race for a Champions League spot. I get it. He grew up there.
Third, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
pretty high.
Yeah, so like they're pretty comfortably ahead of that, but like you get it. You don't want to like he doesn't want to leave, which I understand. So I'm willing to wait because I mean in my mind, this season's pretty much a wash for what it is, anyways, and we're already
think
going
so?
next season.
Yeah, I think it's a wash.
I still think we need Caicedo
You
player
guys,
now.
you guys get your hopes up.
Lewis, Price,
No, I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't think we're gonna slide into 10th or 11th or 14th. I think
But
we're gonna.
the point,
7th or 8th, something like that. It's still not
we'll finish 6th.
I would rather pay a little bit above his 60M release clause to be able to structure a deal for him that's still a decent price than because Enzo, we know what the clause is. You're gonna have to basically. What's up?
Yeah, Lewis, Price, Lewis.
But I was
Steinberg, Declan Rice favouring move to Arsenal over Chelsea to work with Mikel
Peter.
Arteta.
What's up?
Who gives a shit? He's a shit football
Are we
player
still
anyway.
going for Zubimendi though?
Proper.
I don't think we are.
I'm not saying this is
Rice
definitely happening. We're
prefers
just talking about
Super
our
Mikel Arteta.
creative solutions.
Interesting.
He would be a
I
good
think that would
midfielder
be a
though.
potential solution and a partner to a Caicedo type of player. You know what I'm saying? Because
Who is
Caicedo, but
who's a Jacob Steinberg? Is that as
Guardian.
reliable as
It's
Ben
the
Jacobs?
No, it's the Guardian. It's the Guardian. The Guardian is
It's the
pretty
Guardian.
reliable, man.
No, he's more legit than Jacobs.
Okay. Can you go back and let me talk
He's
to
not
Peter
as easy
about
to
the
draw, man,
situation?
as well. So.
I don't think
Can you remove that thing top out of my face, please?
Alex, we're already right next to each other. What more do you want, man?
No, I will. The guy is cousin.
You happy now? Are you happy?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Peter, my question to you:
What up?
that kid that you want for midfielder, what midfield position he plays?
DM.
He's a
CDM.
DM.
Wow, so many Peters over here.
I'm Peter.
He plays as a defensive
Pen?
midfield player.
No. As a sitter, or he likes to play with double
He's
pivot?
much more of a sitter, man. Much more of a sitter.
Okay.
Chelsea were linked for him, right? Or am I imagining?
Not
They were linked
really.
in January, no?
Barcelona's
Not
been
exactly.
linked with him.
So Alex, he's the kind of person you would pair with a Caicedo, and it would work pretty damn well.
Yeah.
So basically,
short of pairing Enzo and Caicedo together, I think that's the best we could make out of semi-realistic targets in the summer window.
Okay. So to answer to you that Championship League run doesn't mean shit. All you got to do is get him 8.5-year contract and keep him that have contract on loan back to the club to secure him.
That makes sense, but then
It always makes sense.
So then, Alex, they're triggering a release clause and paying the lump sum of money.
Good one, Alex.
I was saying pay a little bit more money so you don't have to pay a lump sum.
I
But,
see.
it's their money. So at the end of the day, whatever. However we solve it, if we get them, I'm gonna be happy. If we don't, I'm not gonna be happy.
What the thing is about what's the name release clause? Release clause are there if they are willing to demand those release clause. If Chelsea makes them better offer in the long run without paying a release clause, clause doesn't doesn't mean it.
And remember, they're not. This isn't Athletic Club. This is Sociedad, so they will negotiate.
Yeah.
We're,
I was going to say because they're not bound by the same restrictions.
Yeah, so they're open to negotiating, to letting people.
My point is, we still need a midfielder like Caicedo now, because technically we have Fragilinho at Chelsea already, and he's a sitter. He's a DM, but he's the guy whose just job description is fake on the door. He call himself defensive midfielder, but he's just there.
Wouldn't be a
So
shame
for
with
me,
Alex Jorginho.
Caicedo and Jorginho, they can play for the rest of the 6 months they got until we get our plan.
I'm talking in the summer. I'm not talking to do this
Okay, I need midfielder now.
in my mind, Alex, in my hypothetical, Jorginho, Kovacic, and Conte are gone.
For me, actually, even midfielder is not as bad as much as I want a replacement to the right back. Not replacement, the addition.
Yeah, we need.
For me, on the paper, we need more. We need more player on the right to cover for James than anybody else at this point.
Yeah, it's because it just looks unbalanced. Like even when Chalobah plays there and plays well, it just looks unbalanced because he isn't.
He's not a
like
right back.
you know what we said. You know what we said about Cucurella or what people have questions about Cucurella. It's like Chalobah has that. It's like he's brilliant defensively, like most of the time, but in terms of going forward, he offers so little because he's not a right back. He's not a natural right back. Chalobah.
Yeah, Chalobah.
Yeah. Chalobah,
like,
you can see.
He's really good defensively.
You can
but yeah,
see
going forward, he offers you nothing, or like he offers. There's nothing going.
No,
forward.
it's not funny. It's funny because with Cucurella, he at least knows how the actual overlap. With Chalobah, no clue.
I was going to say, I don't think did he pass the halfway line in the game today?
Yes, he did.
He did.
He did. But he
he did, but the problem is
he doesn't want to go too far up.
I'll give him one
I
defense.
get it. But again,
I'll defend him a little bit.
He's not a right back.
I'll defend him a
it's not
little bit.
natural.
On one,
Potter was telling him
view.
like part of the game to get forward.
I will defend Chalobah in this game specifically because the way he play, the way Ziyech is playing, there's no person that overlapping no matter what. Because Ziyech uses that line like a freaking cocaine addict on that line, like he always on that line, man. Will non-stop, he will not stop hugging that line. So for him, Chalobah doesn't. He's not the player that will go on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like on the in a little bit. Like Reece James, he will don't have problem. Just take it into the middle. This guy, he won't. So for Chalobah will overlap, but he will not cut in. He will not cut in.
Yeah,
so
I
for
just
me,
think, like, as I said, like this is the reason why I don't want him playing right back. And again, he didn't have a bad game. He's not a bad player. It's just it doesn't look. The balance isn't right, and you can tell it doesn't look right all the time. And that's why I like it.
It was so obvious that he does not know what to do with him because like he runs really, really fast. We're attacking, and he just like, okay, what do I do now? And he's like, who I give a ball quick. When a player wants to get rid of the ball quick, that's when he runs out of ideas. When he's trying to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
Lewis, I officially lost track at what's the name package. It doesn't show on my end. It's gonna be shown. I don't know actually how to show it because I have the tracking number, but the tracking number says
it must have been stuck in the customs, mate.
Hey,
no. It left. It's already left. So it's probably. I don't even know how to give you the number when it's gonna arrive because I have my number, but I don't have the other number.
Hey, it's cool. Whenever it arrives. I'll be.
Well, like DHL takes over, probably.
Yeah.
It'll show up eventually.
We're talking about logistics for shipping here, so what a stream, guys! It's been great.
Yeah. Well, list not geographical, geography lessons. Remember on.
Hey man,
what's his name?
Fator, what? Where's Croydon?
See, this is why, like, why you bring up what happened in Sarcasm City over in this channel, man.
We had a geography lesson.
What happened in Sarcasm City? Now I'm interested.
When did I mention Sarcasm City at all?
I say Croydon, South London. Is that the definitive answer?
Fatur, what's the capital of Egypt?
Capital of what?
Egypt.
Doesn't even know Egypt.
Cairo.
He knows. Okay, good. What's the capital of Croatia?
Anyways,
Zagreb.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't even know that if you asked me.
Zagreb.
Zagreb. What are you on about?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
He's on Google, man. That's why I asked the question twice.
Let's not leave Fatur alone. First of all, Fatur, when did I mention Sarcasm City at all?
Now I want to know what happened.
I mentioned geography test, and
yeah.
You mentioned geography, and I just.
But I didn't mention Sarcasm City.
Yeah, but you mentioned my name.
Well, but I made the reference.
So if I'm mentioning your name, is that automatically association with Sarcasm City?
Are you asking me?
No, Fatur.
Fatur is just insecure, bro.
He's faded, man. Let him go. He's faded. He's drunk. He watches tie 0-0, and he went 12 hours.
I'm not drunk. What are you on about?
I'm not chasing Potter's car, man.
Faded, man.
You have a restraining order yet, Fatur?
Hey, don't answer that. But we're talking about. Anyways, guys, we drew 0-0 today.
I actually thought we played well.
We should have won 2-3-0.
Yeah,
I don't think
just
we
a shit attack.
No. We played well with what we got. Starting 11 was. If you see my tweet when I sold the first 11, I did this.
I was fuming, but then I looked at Liverpool's 11 and I thought, whatever.
Bro, Klopp needs to leave. This dude's completely lost. Like this dude's completely lost.
I don't think it's him.
No, it's him. This guy's misusing players left, right, and center. Like he's got no idea.
I don't think he cares anymore, Scott. I just think he wants to make his money.
How cold was it there? How cold was it?
Fucking freezing, bruv.
Okay, because I'm gonna say like the camera panned to Klopp at like minute 70. He had a scarf over his face, his beanie pulled all the way down, and the hood on it. It's not cold.
I would have been like that too,
You just
bro.
see Graham Potter standing there looking like typical drunk Englishman, and then you see Jurgen Klopp just all bundled up. You can't even see his eyes. I'm like, how's he even watching the game?
Galib,
frosty as
you think
fuck,
Galib says with Kova we would have won this game? One of those bastards would not start, and we would have won a game. By the way, I was mad at what's his name?
We could have won the game with like serious players in the box. Like,
Not
don't
no.
dwell
What
on
I'm saying, like, if a Mount was, if
Or-
one of those
yeah.
two twin peaks would dropped, we would have won the game.
Just a little bit more quality in the midfield. We would have won that game.
Why was
To
Chukwemeka
hold the ball.
always
playing with
slipping
10
at
men
the
holding.
wrong
I
moment?
was mad at Chukwemeka. I know he's a young player, but I was mad.
Even the chance what Mudryk gave him, he took another touch.
It's because he wasn't expecting it. If you notice, he wasn't
No,
expecting the
it's
pass.
I'm not
young
talking
guy.
about the
It's
one
a
who's
young
just
guy, Scott.
young,
You
yeah.
can see.
I agree with that.
Same thing with Ukrainian guy. Why he didn't shoot from the first time? Because
No,
he's
but
young,
I think
he's
Scott
not-
is talking
he's
about a
not
different
secure.
thing.
No. I'm talking about that chance where he like Mudryk gave it to him and he slipped.
Yeah.
He
No,
wasn't
but
expecting
even
that.
still,
That's
even
why,
still, he didn't.
that's why he wasn't expecting the pass back straight away. So he like tried to reach out for it.
I saw
The
it,
touch was
yeah.
a bit
I watched
bad
No,
and
that.
he slipped. Like
No,
that's
but
one of those
Chukwemeka had
things
a
that
little
Alex.
bit.
That just comes from being not on the same wavelength. That just comes from not being quite on the same
Yeah,
wavelength.
he didn't expect
I think
it.
he
But
got
it just
this-
sucks because he slipped before. So
Yeah,
I'm
He
just
just didn't know
it's
what
like-
to
it's
do.
like he was on
straight
skates.
away.
Yeah, what's up with all the slipping, man? I swear that's like they do it on purpose, man, to honor
You know what
Steve
it is?
Gerrard, man.
You know what it is? Because we're so used to our normal attacking players running to the byline and whipping crosses in at 100 miles an hour.
And they
So
get
when
nervous,
they play
man.
reverse passes and actual intelligent stuff, nobody's ready for it.
Ziyech.
It's like
This
it's a deer,
guy,
deer in a headlight.
this
man.
guy
That's what it
this guy is such a. If you saying Fatur is NPC, Ziyech is one trick pony two NPC.
Hey, but the trick works
Fatur-
sometimes.
Fatur
I
is
gotta
a
respect it. The trick works. Like
I
Hold
know.
on. Has
How
Ziyech-
many times did the trick work in past 2 games?
I mean, his delivery is good though. Somebody's
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to be-
Hold on.
No.
Has he
the
ever
funny-
registered one
the funny
assist with
part
that
is,
pass?
The funny part is
Yes, he has.
this far post.
Against who?
It's this
He had
on the
an
far
assist last
post.
game.
It's not as easy as
No,
read as
like
you can
with that
actually
quick
read
pass
it.
that he does.
That far post is not easy to cover. Every time Ziyech ding the balls over there, it's not easy to be in there. You gotta watch for the offside. He doesn't when he passing it. He doesn't see how high line is.
Do you
He
guys?
passes
You guys
no
just
matter what. So the bigger the gap is,
Okay, man.
the harder to get in the.
I mean, he put it on Mudryk's foot. Like, I'm not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
that's-
thought that was the goal.
Yeah, I thought it worked.
No, out of like that's what I'm saying. Out of the 20 shots he makes, 2 or 3 actually.
bro.
I still
Can I be
prefer
honest?
to Mount being our creator. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I still
but-
trust.
you
I still
say
trust
that,
his
but
passes.
with-
I still
with-
don't wanna
trust
get
his
those
passes.
With that
with
pass
my,
that Ziyech
metaphor,
does,
man. I
I
speak
don't
for
think he's
myself.
registered a single assist with that like
He
switch
has.
pass.
He definitely
does.
has.
He hasn't. For Chelsea, I don't think he has.
I think he has.
He has.
Again,
He has
I
a.
doubt-
Even
that
if
was
he,
Against who?
if he hasn't,
with
right?
the.
Even
he
if
had,
we
he
got-
has for.
No, I'm talking about that switch pass he does where he switches it to the back post and someone heads it. Like I don't remember him ever getting
he
an
did
assist
with
that way.
Havertz, I think. I think he did with Havertz. I just don't remember.
Oh, he
which
did that
game.
against Sheffield United during COVID. But
Didn't he do it with Callum in the Club World Club?
So now I have to
Oh,
remember
man,
one of
that
Callum's
wasn't
5
a
goals.
goal.
Jesus Christ, man.
Nah, but look, it would be nice if Ziyech could do more things and spam the cross to the back post. It would be nice, but like if something works and you're out
Yeah.
there, use the thing that works.
Do you guys think that Ziyech just knows how shit these guys are? He just plays with no soul, man. He just plays like he doesn't like.
just wanna
he
be
knows
here
it's
in
not
the
gonna go
Fuck
in.
it,
man.
Havertz might be there somewhere.
Bro, I
Probably
honestly
offside.
think he
There
just
you
like
go.
he's like these guys are so shit, man. Like should I bother? Should I really do it?
But like, am I surprised that Chukwemeka tripping over his own feet in a position where he's not seen a reverse pass since he signed for this club? No, I'm not surprised. Also,
And I-
like, he's battling for minutes. Typically, when you're on the pitch, you're trying to get a feel for the game, a feel for the ball. So you're probably going to take one too many touches.
Yeah.
And he just seems like one of those players where like ball carrying is his main strength. So I've always looked at players like that and not gotten too upset at them for extra touches because that's just what they're kind of best at. You know, like it'd be nice to have him get a real run in a game to see kind of how he acclimatizes because it's hard to run out there in the 82nd minute and make the difference.
But do you guys think that that's the main reason why we need like an actual like a rebuild, like a reshuffle in that attack? Just the fact that
Yes, we need new
like
ideas.
I really think it's time, man. Just for the sake of mentality, man. I just think it's time.
I
These guys
actually
are
have
so.
a question for you, Kai.
We need fresh ideas.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Is it a real question? Or you're just gonna like?
Yeah,
start
real
an
question.
argument? Okay, go
You
ahead.
you asked the question about Ziyech thinking that forwards are so shit, and that's the reason why he's passing. My is opposite to you. If you take away those passes and he doesn't do those passes, what else
Yep.
he got?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a very limited player,
You
which
see
is
what
why
I'm,
I
no,
think.
what I'm saying, like, okay, if he thinks that's what they think, you shouldn't be playing in the football at all. If you base your ability, or like base your decisions on what kind of players you're playing with, you shouldn't be. Because I swear, man, when I play pickup sometimes, and we have a kid from what's that country? Trinidad and Tobago. He has
shout out to the boys. Let's go.
And he has ACL, but the ACL was injured like 10 years ago, but he still wore brace. And you can see he was never movable in the first place. And we call him bionic foot, Chris, and stuff, because he has everybody's DNA on that bracket, because he keeps cladding everybody with that thing. And anyway, that Chris, when even I like people, like Spanish people don't pass it. If they don't think that you know good, they don't pass it. I'm passing no matter what. How bad the player I think it is, I still pass it to him for one specific reason. That's how you play football. If he's on your team, you pass it no matter what. So that's why I'm asking you, Kai, what do you think? Do you really think what you asked, or you just trolling when you asked about that?
No, I'm honest. Honestly, like I think a lot of these guys are mentally tired from playing with each other, man. Like,
tired or retards?
No, I think they're tired. I think they don't want to play with each other. If you look at the way they play when they're inside the ball, they just don't want to do it anymore, man. I think they just mentally
I
exhausted,
kind of agree.
Man. I think they.
I don't think there's any
exhausted of each other,
cohesion
man.
with our attack. There's no cohesion with our attack
Yeah,
after
they look
all
like they
these
don't want
years.
to play with each other, man.
Because I think even when we signed them all on the Lampard, we're saying, oh, when they gel, they're gonna come good. They still haven't gelled after all these years. Like, they still haven't. So I think they just know that there's no.
They're young.
I just think they're mentally exhausted, man.
See,
and it happens.
See,
Sometimes
you
you're
gotta
just not a good fit, man.
If you bring in that far away, all the way to Lampard and that, when did we actually use Ziyech skills into actual how you say it? We have the players that actually used that good in that kind of, when somebody's give him that kind of pass.
Yeah,
like
no, for me,
Timo Werner.
Yeah,
Ziyech would have been perfect to play those kind of balls for Timo Werner.
Yeah, but
he never
they
did
barely
it.
played with each other as well. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Lukaku, the guy does as much as I don't like him, one thing he can do is bulldozer his big ass through the thing. So Ziyech still didn't do it.
But
you see what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy about all these guys that you mentioned, man? When they first came in, like, you realize how good they are the first few games. Then they played with each other for a little bit and just went downhill. Remember that dummy that Werner did when he in the first
I'll
game
be
against
honest.
Southampton?
I blame Mount and Havertz for that primarily.
I was about to say, I just think these guys are just mentally exhausted.
I blame those.
What's his name?
You know what we're describing at the end of the day? All of these players that were brought in, none of them were of the level where you are able to carry other attacking players to take like the brunt of responsibility and produce to a level that's like satisfactory for like meeting your club's targets, right? Like, we saw Hazard when he came in, he was a kid, right? He's 21 years old. Yeah, him, Mata, Oscar were great. But by the time Hazard was 23, Oscar was Mata was gone. You're playing with Oscar and Willian. And then like Fernando Torres, Eto'o, or Demba Ba were your striker, you know? But Hazard is able to carry the responsibility. It's rare that you have people that are the talent level or the ability level of a guy like that to where they carry other people for when they're underperforming.
And he also had the intelligence. To kind of know where everybody's going to be.
Like what I saw with Mudryk today kind of reminded me when I watched Hazard play against Wigan in his first game.
Yeah.
I think
he's very good.
I was like, crap, that guy's actually good. And I can't quite explain to you exactly why he's good. He just looks much better than everybody else. Like, I remember that game against...
Is it because we that shit? Is that because we had those shit players on a long time?
Remember, in our game against Wigan to open the season in 2012-2013, we had Torres playing, we had Mata playing, and I think we had Victor Moses playing as the front three behind Torres with Ramirez and Lampard in the pivot. And we had Ivanovic, Cole, John Terry.
The last year that Lampard was used for
David Luiz, something like that. Like, our team, you look at it and you're like, these guys are all right. Like we had Victor Moses on one side, right?
Who's better, Ivanovic or Reece James?
I mean,
Reece James.
Ivanovic is better at staying fit, so
he's better. I think Reece James. I think Ivanovic is a better defender. He's a better defender than Reece James.
Yeah, I'd rather have Reece James.
Reece James is more complete in my
We
opinion.
saw Hazard in that game, even though he's getting kicked up and down the pitch by Emerson Boyce and Anthony Alcaraz, whatever his name was, right?
Yeah.
Like even they're all hacking him. You could see how good Hazard was.
But Peter also he had the mentality, bro. Like Hazard had the mentality in his head. He thought he was the best, man. Hazard in his head, he thought he was the best. That's why he was so good, man.
He was cold.
That's why he didn't bother training. He was like, fuck, I'll get.
No, he knew his ability. He knew his ability.
I didn't cry when because I went to watch them in preseason in Jose's first season back in 2013. I watched him train at UCLA because I live here in Southern California. So I drove down an hour and a half. I skipped a day of training with my actual team to go watch them train.
Fuck those kids.
Yeah, hey man, I did not say that. That was not me.
That's when they brought AC to the first team.
I watched.
Jesus, Lewis, man.
Sprint.
It was hopeless romantic, bro.
They were doing sprints as a team. I watched him lose a sprint to Petr Cech. That's when I knew. I was like, this guy's good. I don't care that he looks a little bit fat and he can't run faster than our goalkeeper. It doesn't matter. I know that he's good, and when the game starts, he's going to be our best player. I was like, how can he lose a sprint to Petr Cech? I'm like, guys, who cares? And then John Obi Mikel had the quote where Hazard was the worst trainer.
Was the worst trainer.
Yeah, but I get it.
You know who was the worst? Who was the player on the training ground?
Who?
John Obi Mikel.
Hey man.
Every teammate said he's in the game is not as bad, but in the training ground, if I forgot who said it, either Lampard or John Terry.
You misplaced a pass.
I think it was Terry.
If you misplace the pass by a foot, he will murder. He will look at you like he's gonna murder you.
We need that. We need that though in the training.
Well, we had the mentality in that team,
guys. The mentality, knowing that you are the best, and the confidence in your ability. Like what I saw from Mudryk, I don't know if it's gonna translate for the next 8 years.
Yeah.
But what I saw when he was running out there, I was like,
there's something there.
I am excited for this guy to get the ball. Are we?
You need to get Mount away from them, though.
That's how bad.
Are we down?
I tweeted about that as well.
Restraining order.
No, for real.
What needs to happen is quarantine all of our new attacking signings from the people who currently play. Force them to just play. Go to different training sessions. I don't care. Build a new column for all these people that aren't going to be here anymore. Whatever you have to do, don't let them infect the new people.
Mount is a talent drainer. You come to Chelsea,
but Peter,
it drains the talent.
Can you imagine restraining order?
It brings me back to my point, though, Peter. I think we should do a complete overhaul.
Now
I think these guys have to go just because of that.
We have to. That's why, when Scott is saying,
because they just ruin each other, man. Look at Sterling when he first started. Look at him now.
Scott is my guy. I got love for Scott, but stop saying we might have to keep Mount. We might have to keep. No.
To be fair to Scott, he did change his mind since then about.
No, there's a difference though, Peter. I don't want these guys either. I'm saying in terms of what I think will happen with the club is I agree. I want Havertz, Pulisic, Ziyech, Mount. The only guy from the attack that we've got currently that in terms of I'm talking that actually plays, I want to stay is Sterling from the guys that were here before.
Yeah.
Apart from that, basically everyone else I would happily go. I just don't see it happening. Annoyingly, I'd happily now go Havertz. Bye. I'll drive you to fucking Leverkusen. I'll drive you all the way or to Munich or whatever. Happily go.
Eurotunnel. Pay the Eurotunnel. You pay the ferry. Doesn't matter. Just 11 hours.
Any club
Wasn't there a movie though where the superheroes powered and worked in
Gallagher for free? We will throw in Conor Gallagher for free if you just buy Mason Mount.
Yeah.
10 million more. You can have Kai Havertz as well. I
know we're joking about it, but I think it's really true though.
No, I'm so happy people are telling me about Mount.
It's the only players left from the Lampard team other than Chilwell, man. It's time for them to fuck off too, man.
No, Javi, you're right. Mount is a literal cancer when it comes to building attacks.
It's sad that we're joking about it, but it's actually a true thing.
I'm not joking
about
it.
He's a literal liability.
You're not joking about it, but it's the fact that it's really a true thing. You know what I mean?
No.
The thing is we're making jokes, but there's truth behind it. We just want these guys gone. I'm with Peter. I'm at a stage of there's 6-7 players. I'm bro, take whatever you want, fam. We'll take.
I can name them. Jorginho, Koulibaly,
anything.
I need you guys
No,
to
even
understand.
Kovacic is not playing like
This
how
kickoff was at 4:30 in the morning for me. I woke up at 4:30. I saw because I don't wake up at 3:30.
Oh, you actually woke up for it?
Yes, because I fell asleep
fair
at my
enough,
parents'
bro.
house. I woke up at like 4:15. I checked the lineup. I saw Lewis Hall, Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, and Kai Havertz and Cucurella in the team. So I'm like, all right, are we playing a left footer at right wing back? What's going on? I don't know, right? But so I started watching the game, and I just got so sad because I knew that we weren't going to score. Like when Havertz hit the ball in the net, I knew he was offside somehow. I knew that wasn't going to count.
It's too good to be true, man.
Like I was like, this isn't going to count. Was he offsides by like a millimeter? Yeah, but whatever. I'm not surprised. And then after that, I was like, well, we're not going to score today. And my mom was like, what are you talking about? I was like, we're not going to score. Like, get over it, mom. You could turn the game off now. It's fine. Like, I have no hope with these guys. I need hope. I need a reason to believe again.
It's not even the scores. It's just I don't enjoy watching them play, man. Like when Mudryk and Felix came in,
they're all gonna give me, and it's not
exactly, Lewis. Exactly.
Like when Mudryk and Felix came in and they played, I just seen I really look how much the level raised. I was like, are we really watching these guys for the last 2 years?
When he did the back heel, bruv.
When he did the back heel, I heard the away end erupt as if we scored. I heard it. The mics picked it up. They're like, hey! And I'm like, no, we're horrible. Back heel, 40 yards.
Like Lewis,
you know what's mad
a lot.
He played 25 minutes.
A lot though, like Lewis. You know, I think I saw I saw either you, Miz, or someone else retweet the Mason Mount fell comp, and I saw someone say, and I think it was Matisse actually, I think, or said it, but basically like, this isn't even like the worst performance. Like this is just what we used to.
True. It's so
like,
true.
This is just him. This was a disaster class, and it's just this might not even be the worst performance he's ever had. It's like you said, you just know what's coming, bro. I know what's coming when certain players like when Gallagher plays. I know he's gonna run into like 3 players with his head down. When Mount plays, I know he's overhitting
passes.
Or I was gonna say he's putting a shot in row Z or something. Or he's gonna foul a player.
You guys see the post-match interview by Mount, by the way? Did you guys see that when he said, "Oh, we had issues with our throw balls"? I'm like, bro,
you
had
the
That's your job.
Yo. Through balls. I'd have been in the dressing room like, we?
Bro, it's like making yourself eggs. And that eggs are disgusting, man. Those eggs are, you made them, bro.
We've all played football at some level in some phase, right? You definitely have group chats, not with your whole team, but with certain people on your team.
Yep.
I guarantee you the defenders have a group chat and like, yo, we suck. We are.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that our most accurate like passes are our centre backs?
Bro, they don't even get the credit for it. They don't. I looked at Thiago Silva's stats for the Champions League winning run. That guy should have won Player of the Year that season, man. Go look at them.
You should have won it last year. You should have won Player of the Year last year.
I guarantee you, Badiashile and Thiago Silva are on the coach texting each other like, "Yo, we are horrible."
Even when Silva has the ball and there's space to drop into, and Mount is just looking like
you can tell that Badiashile is literally texting Silva going, "This can't be them all the time." Like this, he was
There's
like,
"No way,
there's no way." He's like, "It can't be this." He's like, "Bro, at least it got to be. It can't be. It got to be better. It's got to get better."
Even think back to the Fulham game. Think back to the Fulham game where Felix is darting, making a run, and then oh god, I can't lie. Watch that video of Havertz. Oh, watch it 3 times in a row. I promise you, you'll punch. You will punch. Like, look at Lewis now. Look at Lewis just cussing him. Like that video will aggravate you. Oh, oh god.
Can I ask you guys a question?
If you want to get angry, watch that 3 times over.
You get excited for counterattacks anymore?
No.
You're on the feet of Mount or Havertz, and both.
Bro,
of
I
them.
know we're gonna lose the ball before we get to it, man.
So we all know the Mount, like he dribbled for like 30 seconds, and then got dispossessed by Darwin Núñez of all people.
I know, even when Mount had a chance to play in Havertz,
and he was screaming at Havertz after that, bro.
What do you think our defenders watching that, knowing he's about to get stripped, are thinking? They're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Nah,
bro,
but
you see how he got up? He got up and he looked around him like, "Who did it?" Like, bro.
There's even a play where Mount had the ball. There's even a play where
he clapped.
Did you see the one when he was in front of a goal and he passed it to Hall?
Bro, I was going to say, I guarantee you, Hall is thinking, right,
nuts.
You know what it is?
Hall gets that chance every game, though. He gets that chance every game.
Yeah, Hall gets that chance every single time, bro.
they're so used to playing with Marcos Alonso, they get that shameless assist for just playing it out left into the box. If that's Marcos Alonso, he has 6 goals this year. I swear to you.
What about that time? What about that time? Mount is supposed to play Havertz in, and he overhits the ball. I don't remember.
Yo, the Brighton game when Havertz played it to Mount and he tried to play the reverse pass.
Oh yeah, I watched that highlight again. I was like,
and he went out for a goal kick. I got in trouble at work for laughing at that so hard. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe we just did that.
Bro, I just, and you know what's crazy? Like, this is why it drives me crazy when people like Carlito, they come here and be like, hey man, we need to, like, these guys have to stay. I'm like, why? Like, why?
Based
like,
on
do you
what?
like their tattoos?
And then they give emotional arguments. Emotional arguments. Oh, he's our poster boy. Mount's our poster boy. Oh, Havertz, silky German. Like, get fucked, you weirdo.
Carlito hates Mount. To be fair,
I'll never forget.
For me, I put Havertz and Mount in the same category. They're both likable players, likable kids. They're good on TikTok, but they're not very good on the pitch, man.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying yesterday. That's what I was saying yesterday.
You know what's funny? I think you could get something out of Havertz with better players around him. I'm not gonna
stop.
How much better though, Javi? That's my issue with
it. Just quit while you're ahead. But
no, deadass. I don't rate him like that. I wouldn't care.
No, Chavi, I don't disagree.
He will finally get 10 goals.
I don't disagree with Chavi.
That will happen, man.
I think for the rest of the season, this is the thing. For the rest of the season, you can get something out of him with better players around him. But I think, he's not good enough going forward. But you can get a feasible, like, what's it called, contribution out of him. With Mount,
there's still hope for Kai wherever he goes. For Mount, I don't see it.
Yeah, Mount.
I will never forget the stream with on the Havertz and I'll never forget the stream with me, Lewis. I think it was Andrew as well. We're like talking about how Havertz would happily leave, and there were people on the stream being like, "Oh no, you can wait like 4 years for him. Like you can wait 4 years or whatever it was for him to develop." It's like, why? Why?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about it? Mourinho couldn't even wait 10 games for Schürrle to heal from the chicken he ate, bro.
We all remember the game at Anfield last year where Reece James got the red card, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Taylor tax, fair enough, but
how could I forget?
Think back to the first half.
Lewis raging at Doyle.
Mount and Havertz were doing.
Havertz, Mount.
Jesus Christ, Lewis! I can't believe you still have that.
I love it. I love it.
Havertz and Mount in transition that game. We'd let them get away with one Anfield stinker. Do not let them get away with another. This needs to be the last.
That was UCL high.
I don't get how coaches see that and still play him every game.
I think we don't have a lot of choices.
It's training because of training. Because somebody just
But as a coach, you realize that some players are good at training and they're ass, bro.
I just don't think we have many options.
Yeah, that's
like
look at England for example. Look at England for example. As soon as Mount was shit, he was shipped out, bro, for the World Cup.
Yeah, no, I think a lot. I think a lot of managers put a lot of emphasis on training. I remember this thing with Lamb back in the Lampard season, and when he kept on playing Christensen and in the back too, and Christensen was fucking awful. Like he was the worst centre back in the league. And then he came and interviewed like, oh, he trains very hard. He's very, and I'm just like, the kid's awful when he plays, and it's the same thing with Mount. But then it's now the same thing with Mount. It's like Mount trains hard, but when he plays, he's a liability. Like he's awful.
And you know what's mad though? When you ask these same people who are advocate for them, you're like, okay, you keep them, okay, but what's the end goal for us as a football club? Like, what do we want to achieve? Can we achieve winning the Premier League with these guys? And they're like, well, we don't know. We have to give them time to find out.
Yeah,
like,
wait and see.
I'm like, why? That's just hopeful thinking, though. That's not gonna happen just because you're gonna
goals in a season with these guys. Fuck a Premier League.
Is Havertz ever gonna be a 20-goal season player? I don't think so.
I just find it so laughable that people get like emotionally attached to players that one, don't even know them, and two, a cock off Johnny, and two, that aren't even that good. You know, like they're not even that good.
That's the moment we need women in your life, bro.
I would understand. I would understand blind faith for somebody like Thiago Silva, but like guys, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz are not the difference between a Premier League title and not.
Like if you want to rep Kante, sure. If you want it, but repping, I'll be honest, repping man them like Gallagher, Mount, Havertz, I don't know, man.
Hey man, I have like Mason Mount. I had Mason Mount Abby's in my mentions after I did the Agenda FC episode with Johnny Minerals back in the summer, when he told me that Gallagher, Mount, and Rice would be our midfield of the future, And I said,
You
absolutely.
know what I hate too?
Can I just say,
Mount
that is
fan-
a goated stream for all of the like right reasons. Like all of the stuff that he says in that is the funniest shit.
Bro,
You
you know what? You know what's the funniest shit though? This guy
Tried to
actually
kill
goes
us.
into
He tried to kill us.
supermarkets, opens doors. Like I'm surprised he's a real person, man.
And now,
You know,
and
honestly,
Scott, we might have
it's
none of
melting
them
me.
next year. That's the most beautiful
Bro,
part.
it's not even that. It's like, oh, bro, I remember that as well. He was like, oh, he gets in Bayern's midfield. Over who? Bro,
Over
who's
who,
he
bro?
getting
But
in
you-
Bayern's midfield?
Maybe as the ball boy. in
You know the
Frankfurt, man.
excuse to like Mount fans are saying like he played too many games, but the thing is not his tiredness; it's just his play, like his football.
Quality, his quality, yeah, his quality is just lacking.
Thiago has played that many games too. He's 38, and look how good he is, man. How consistently he does it, man. I think he's just not what they expect him to be. So they're finding excuses to not make it.
It's his passport. It's nothing. It's nothing. Except if this brother was Italian, he'd be gone.
It's not even a passport because they don't even give Reese that kind of.
Big up for the super chat. Big up
So
for
there's
the
just
super
one
chat.
thing left.
There's one thing. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it, but
12 clean sheets and 20 is mad. What the fuck? That is crazy. I don't even know that.
Man.
Yeah.
They're riding that passion hype, bro.
I'm gonna say, like, in terms of like just players in general, if you're gonna use the tiredness excuse, if you see somebody who has a like tradition of making good footballing decisions in the proper areas and is an effective decision maker and like just the way to pass is normally good, if you see that dip, then fair enough. But if you don't have previous with like making good decisions, weighting passes correctly, and then if you're always just fucking stuff up from day one, I'm not going to give you the he's tired.
Yes.
I don't see tiredness. I just see a lack of ability. But
I'm the exact same.
It didn't
I'm the
become
exact same.
acceptable until very recently to be like, hey, these guys are not good.
And can I just add on this, Peter? Like, look at how Saka and Foden developed. They're in a similar age bracket, and look how they developed their game compared to Mason Mount in the last 3 years.
They're better.
They're better players. They're better players than him.
And the thing that annoys, like, the
And he
thing
plays
that,
a lot
like,
more games than all of
with
them.
that is you can't even use the argument because I know, and this is not necessarily a dig at him, but I know Alex does like point this out when it comes to like Mount of like he has a lot of pressure put on him. So did Emil Smith-Rowe and Saka, like especially when they were finishing like 8th and shit. But Saka was basically like at times holding that attack together, and he's developed.
Hey, Saka also had to go through letting the country.
Look at the players Foden is competing with
Yeah,
as
he
well,
seems
man.
like
Sorry, I
they
had to
bounced
shout him out.
back fine from that, so fair enough.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't even like put Foden in that category. It's more Saka. It's more just Saka. Like
No, Foden as well. Foden. The only thing Mount fans had over Foden is GA, and this season it's changed. Now Foden.
But I think Foden's a little bit different because like he's more protected by Pep for some reason. I think he's get
How
way
is
more
he
playing time.
protected? He's literally
Like
competing with some of the best.
No, but like I'm saying,
attackers
like just with his development and the way like he rose to the first team. Like he was being fed in, given, huh?
You know the worst thing.
That's kind of harder to break in through though. You're not giving him time.
Yeah, Foden is shit, same as Mount.
Hey, this guy.
I hate when people be saying, "Oh, Mount is playing out of position," bro. Even when he's in the position, he's still not even that good enough.
I was gonna say if we're doing this though, Foden was a cam. Like Foden wasn't like a midfielder, and got shifted out to like
you have to build a perfect 4-3-3, and Mount has to play on the left side to be any decent. All right.
What's
this is the thing.
And he has to have Rice behind him. No other DM.
This is why I'm saying, and Scott, you're right to remember me because I'm the one that said it. Chelsea Football Club has the blood in their hands for the development of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, partially. That's it. Because if you put the Foden in Chelsea starting 11 non-stop from that year that Lampard did, you wouldn't tell me the Foden was gonna become better player. He could burn out same as Mount.
But
my only thing that in defense of Mount. I think literally Chelsea is a blood and hands with Mount and Kai Havertz.
I don't know. For me, I was never impressed with him.
Foden the only example because like Saka, for example.
There is no example.
So I think
Saka basically got him and Emil Smith Rowe basically had the entirety of Arsenal's attack put on
on their back. Yeah,
Yes,
when they were
They
playing.
had
poorly.
Harry
It's
there.
all subjective.
Yeah.
Foden's just one example.
Yeah. Everybody, Good thing. Did anybody trusted Arsenal and Saka to finish top 4 based on how good is Saka that year?
No, but we're talking about the individual player.
There's this is where you get it wrong. You put it in the individual. I'm telling you, he was the go guy at Chelsea, and that's why he was the put the name fans up have the blood on the hands too for putting him out as the supposedly.
Yeah, Alex, I will agree with you in your defense of. Yes,
I don't care if you agree with me or not.
That's fine. Let me say this though. What I remember Mount from Derby and early Chelsea days. He does look different from what I see now, but he does look different from what I see now, and he's a better version of himself. But even that Mount, I don't see that ability of what people are saying that he can do. He's not that guy. He was a better version of what he is now, but he just never showed that like innate instinct of like an attacking midfielder, a guy who can pick out a pass, a guy who's intelligent. He's never had that.
He's not that kind of guy. Yeah,
he's never had that
key player kind of guy, man.
Oh,
that's how we were using him.
Yeah, so you basically saying he's not Neymar.
No, I'm not saying he's not Neymar.
People take it to the extreme.
Jumping off the foreign.
He doesn't have any innate quality.
I never said that, Alex. He doesn't have to be Neymar.
Yeah. It's
he
like
doesn't have.
Look,
he doesn't.
I've never said that. Yeah, I know the defensive line. I never said that. That's not what I meant. Okay, I agree what you said. Yes, maybe he didn't develop, but again, it's observational thing. If you don't see development, doesn't necessarily mean that he didn't have it. It means either didn't have it or he wasn't given properly.
But you can judge, you can view players from when they started and where they are now, and like see a progression in terms of the player.
I see progression, hold on a second. I know Mount is bad this season, but I can see the progression even with the bad ability. With the bad abilities, last season and season before that. The season before, when he was basically, what's the name, PNP player in the midfield, everybody but he doesn't score. The season after that, he scored highest Chelsea goal scorer. So, what kind of progression do you expect as individual
performances? Individual performances.
Last season, though.
Last season, he was scoring against Farmers. He was scoring against Norwich, Southampton, like Farmers.
It's not even only that. Like, first of all, the number of teams that he scored against is very low. The frequency that he was scoring in was very, very horrible as well. It's like was a goal or an assist every 7 games. So he was never this.
He was only racking up assists from corners. He was only racking up assists from corners.
His numbers from last season.
It's not only the season.
It's fine. Take out the context of.
If you take his goals from last season as well, it's the same thing, copy paste from this season as well. Even then, if you look at the amount of the balls he lost, his overall performances, he wasn't good. Now I don't get like where
his performance was shit last year.
But Kai, even give him the goals from last season. You look at the season before that. You look at the season before that one. You look at this season. He's not doing the same. That's not him. You can't tell me that he is a goal scorer. Someone said he's a goal scorer.
Daniel yesterday said he's an elite goal scorer. I'm like, what?
Oh, I saw Daniel is
and
the
then
only player
you start again
is Mount, and he just completely. I don't know, man. How can an American be this much English fan in his mind, man? He literally only backs Mount, man. Like he literally
from Nigeria. That's number one.
I think he was born in England. Actually, he has an English passport. Apparently,
it's just common standing. Like I don't get why.
Crazy. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Especially it's for a player who doesn't deserve it.
Why, Kyle? Let me ask you. Why you're such a dickhead? Because you're from Jerusalem.
What does that even have to do, man? The guy obviously, like, if you talk to him about Mount, you can see he's extremely emotional about it, man.
No, you literally saying like, I don't understand why is
Alex.
This guy
I've known Daniel long before you did, man. I've talked to him in spaces.
I know,
I've had
but
streams with him. I know his opinion about Mount. He had the same opinion about Lampard as well. It was extremely subjective opinion.
My problem was why you mention American as a thing.
No, because he has the same opinion as every fucking year that I've ever met. That's the only reason I know that he's American. That's why, man. It's not like I don't have an issue with him as an American.
I find
man.
it funny that Alex is taking offense to the word American being slapped on there more than I am.
Yeah, it's because it's not.
I don't care.
Like
I don't care either.
Derogatory point, man. Like, we talk about football all the time, man. It's not like I mean.
I'm American, bro.
I'm just saying, even English. He has
no. What triggered me is like, why if you're not from England, you cannot support youth. English.
It's not only about no, but it's not.
No. It's more about the people here. The way the people here defend the players,
like the bare belly drinking.
Yes. Those guys.
Alex,
the way
Alex,
they
the
defend
people
them.
that put the beer emojis and the English flag emojis next to each other, unironically, that's who.
Yeah, that's why I say that he's similar to that. I didn't say that he's. I'm
that's
just
what he means.
Kind of thinking like, why is he like that?
Alex, they're the back your gaffa, support your club, support your local.
Yeah, Daniel is not that. Sorry.
He is that.
I was going to say he's pretty damn close.
He's
about as close to that as Monster is.
He has that with his
First
mount.
of all,
He has that.
Monster is one of the flip-flopping guys that I.
Yeah, what is Monster gonna do now?
Monster just backs the melanin dude.
Monster's like Michael Jackson with that moonwalk, like walking forward.
Can we focus on this Declan Rice to Arsenal rumor? Like, do you guys know, like, because I don't agree actually with like the whole brown envelopes, Johnny Minerals getting angry line, but like, guys, so many people in the fan base, it's so much Declan Rice for so long, like. If he ends up somewhere else, let alone at Arsenal Football Club, do you know how beautiful this would be?
Peter, that's not it. The thing is about the recent article that says that it was never that close between Chelsea Football Club and Rice in the first place. It was always about. It was always about the reports.
The beer bellies, they were fantasizing, man.
But like,
I think only was true under Lampard. Lampard wanted him, but Marina didn't.
That's all it's been.
FC, he was talking about a Cabo midfield with Rice, Mount, and Gallagher. There's a universe where next season we don't have
Billy Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore somehow fits into that. But like now we might not have any of them. Do you know how incredible that would be?
Imagine Mount gets sold. What's gonna happen?
Oh, I would.
The world is
be there.
Just fades into the Milky Way, bro. That's
It's gonna be a second episode of the what's
Lewis, you're gonna have to check on him, bro.
I was going to say, Xavi, I flat out refuse to watch his content because I don't want to support him. I'll be there.
I watched like one time.
Stream after Mount is sold. I will be there no matter what, bro. I'm looking forward to
can
the
we do it
moment.
again, FC if Mount gets sold, please? I'll be back.
I can't do it anymore, bro.
You have to do it.
I set an alarm on.
I'll be back. I'm entering. I'm grabbing the mic. I'm like, it's my turn.
No. Just ask him how he feels.
What would the topic be?
Like, how do you feel?
Oh, Mason Mount's pending transfer. That's the only thing we're talking about.
I thought we meant after the transfer.
No, we don't have the minerals,
once he gets once it officially happens, me, you, Johnny Minerals, nobody else. I would just like to ask him how he's doing, how he's feeling.
No, Flawless has to be there as well.
On the previous
on the Suicide Watch, check the Suicide Watch.
You seen the liking that
I'm
tweet.
gonna go back.
Big up Johnny, but there is no way he is streaming with anybody on that week. There is no chance.
I can see.
He's kind of his Mason Mount body pillow.
I was called a fake fan.
Life-size doll.
I was called a glory hunter. I was told I was not proper Chelsea. All this stuff because I didn't think a Mount, Gallagher, Rice midfield would work in theory. I still don't. If you do, fair enough. I suggest you get your eyes checked.
Fato is such
and your brain as well. You get your brain cells checked.
Carry on, B. I don't mind. Carry on, lad.
Like, if you guys think Mount and Gallagher +1 in midfield can work for anyone, then fair enough. Let me know who the
Liverpool.
+1
I think the only team that can work for is Liverpool. Just get your road runners in there.
I really hope another team gets him so they could be annoyed. Like
he will fit right into the Newcastle team. He will fit right into the Liverpool team. He will fit right into the
I'll be honest. I don't even care. Like, more power to him. Have your career. Be good. Just don't be good at Chelsea. Don't be good at Chelsea. You're not good for Chelsea. So be good elsewhere. I couldn't care less. You know, I don't care for hoarding this player.
I
just
promise
to keep
you, I'm
him
not
away
going to
from
go
him.
hate watching Mason Mount once he leaves, or Conor Gallagher, or
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah,
man.
it'll be a big plus because his fans will
Yeah,
leave with him.
Kai, I don't believe you. You're gonna come
No,
on
I just
every
wanted
fucking
to
stream and
fuck
say,
out of Chelsea.
I told you he's shit. I
I
told
mean,
you
I've
he's shit.
told you in 2019, bro. Nothing changed. They eat shit. And I'll tell me,
Yeah.
he scored a hat trick against Leeds. Where are you at, Kai? Where are you at? Still here.
I think selling Mount is a
year
big
later,
plus
laughing,
too
man.
because the fans that he'll take with him.
Thank you.
That's gonna be beautiful. Watching his
Also,
stands cry.
Yeah, like I'm so sick of this, like
Peter,
people getting.
I can tell you what the
Mount
defense.
stands when they
What
leave, I
defense?
can't wait. Some of
I
them
can
are
tell you
so
what the
sad.
defense
I know
Johnny is gonna
somebody
say.
who's
He
also
had
Mount
to
fan.
leave. He
I
had
know
to leave. They were not
I've
offering
seen
him the
Insta
money.
accounts based on Mason Mount plushie dolls and shit.
That's what
It's
his
that
defense
cat.
will be.
Lewis, you're not talking to Buddy Obvious, aren't you?
Because you
He
know
will.
the thing is about the argument when it comes. It's never about football with Mount. It's always like, yeah,
Poster boy,
he loves the
PR,
club,
poster boy,
he's
PR.
captain, nobody cares as much as Mount.
You guys remember
Look at
last
this.
week when the official
Clap the
Chelsea
fans.
Twitter account was celebrating Mount celebrating a goal that he wasn't involved in? Like he
Bro,
arms
he
up.
probably gets them shirts, man.
Guys,
Think about
guys,
like who benefits from it, man.
how come there were no Hugh Harris picks today? How come there were none? Somebody tell me where the Mount with his arms up pick was.
There was an interview.
Because he was on the bench.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
look, we need to be done with this. Also, the Chelsea Twitter account doesn't help. The stuff they do on the app.
Yeah, but that's
they-
typical marketing, though.
When
They
they were,
just wanna-
when they were
they just
comparing
wanna-
Mount and Willian as star men in the team prior to Chelsea Fulham, like that made me ill. I had to.
That must have
every
made
time we
must have made
win,
Lewis
it's like
cry.
Mount or something. And every time we lose, it's like
Mount
Kovacic
be
or
Mount.
something like that.
Or now it's Cucurella. Cucurella is there to blame it because
Hey
of his
guys,
real life
guys,
is
but
here.
if we beat Fulham in 2 Fridays, right, there will be another Hugh Harris pick if Mount celebrating the winner.
Imagine if he
No,
scores.
we're playing
bro.
them next.
He's back,
We're
man.
playing
He's
them
back to
next,
form,
right?
man.
2 Fridays. We have next weekend off because we suck.
Oh yeah.
We got eliminated from the FA Cup now.
Yeah. We lost
If
4-0.
we didn't get
No,
eliminated,
good. I
Felix
wanted
could
us
have
out.
used that? Felix could have used that game if we didn't get eliminated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Felix,
he could.
Felix
Yeah.
would have used that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I know that's
Right, so,
another week that we can't watch.
He's gonna come
Chelsea.
back in the 11th of February, I think.
West Ham, that's mad
Yeah.
long.
Wow. we
Bro,
play
it's so
February 3rd,
long.
That's a Friday, 8 p.m. UK time against Fulham.
It's not that long, man. It's 18 days.
Wait,
18 days to go.
so we don't play again this month? Oh well.
Nah, yeah, the window's over for us.
Nah, that's actually good though because I didn't want after today. I don't want to see Mount and Gallagher like.
No, I agree. I agree. Like, I think for the benefits of like the team, it's probably good to give them time off. But I don't know. Now that we've signed players, I want to see like how they do, and I'm constantly like the whole João Felix thing. I'm
Hey,
waiting like
remember-
months.
Do you guys remember the overreactions on the timeline when we were up 2-0 at halftime against Bournemouth?
Yep.
Lewis,
We're back.
remember what we talked about?
We're
He's
back.
We're
We're
I'm
in
just
the
telling
mud.
you guys now.
People are
Mount
writing
Havertz
me.
will score.
Where are you now, Kai? Mount
This is
is
going to
back.
happen again if we're up at halftime against Fulham because we haven't played in 2 weeks. This is going to happen again. So just be wary. If we are winning by some grace of God at halftime against Fulham at home, it's shameful that I even have to say that, but whatever, right? 'Cause,
Or if we're losing, it's Cucurella's fault. Anyway.
it's probably going to be 0-0. Let's be honest. But if we're winning, everybody's going to be like, "Oh my God, we're back! Top 4 is on. Champions League, we can do it!" Like just the steaming hot takes. at
Again,
halftime.
that we're going to West
Bro,
Ham
but
and we never
do you
win.
think Mount will start when you have like what's his name, man?
Yes.
You right,
Yeah.
right
Yes.
winger we signed.
Yes, and
By
I
the
will.
way,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
maybe you play them and Mudryk like.
If
that would
I'm
be a
being honest,
interesting
if I'm
game,
being
man.
honest, our front four next game: Havertz, Mount, Mudryk, and either Sterling or Madueke.
If it's throwing me back.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. If he's fit, then yeah, he'll play. If he's not, then he won't, and Madueke will play.
I think
And
Reece will be back as well.
Bad for the obvious reasons. Mudryk will look bright.
Yeah, Reece is back
Well,
already.
We'll get the ball to the black hole in the middle, and then we'll lose it.
I was going to say if that's
When it's for
the
fun,
front
I'm gonna
four,
do
I
that.
can nearly predict the game. Like Madueke and Mudryk will look bright. Havertz will probably score like a header or something, and then be kind of anonymous for the rest of the game. And Mount's just going to
Mount
misplace
goes.
passes the
We'll
entire
clap
game.
the fans.
Yeah, he's going to
Clap
clap
the
the fans, misplace passes the entire game. That's literally and fouls and players. Like that's the game.
And then wonder why Lewis
And then,
wasn't
we
fast
got
enough.
and then Scott. The best part: our pivot, Jorginho and Gallagher.
Oh fuck yeah!
No, Kova's back. He just had like a scare thing. That's what they were
Hey,
saying
you
for them.
think this
When
guy,
is Zakaria back?
I don't even know what happened to him. What happened?
Is he still alive? Is Zakaria alive?
He had a
bro? Is
hamstring,
he still
I
in the
think.
books? What happened, man?
He got injured.
For a while. Yo, it's crazy
Bro,
how we lose a person
you know what I
every week.
noticed, man? This new Twitter account, all the useless shit. It's fucking waves around. Like everybody can see it, but when you need something like an update on somebody or something useful, it's like always late, man. It's either never comes or it's always late. They need a new
Are you saying like
Twitter
Twitter
person.
in general, or just the new Chelsea Twitter admin?
No, the new Chelsea Twitter admin
Oh
guy.
my god, I hate them. I miss the days when we just
He's
tweeted
horrible,
halftime
man.
and full time.
Bro, remember when we used
How
to
do you
lose?
guys know
we
when we
wouldn't
get a
comment,
new
bro. We didn't
admin?
even comment. That's
Oh,
the
I
good
can
old
tell.
days,
I
man.
can tell we have a new admin. They're trying to be way more engaging, and they're just way more corny now.
They're trying to be more Gen Z.
Maybe it's a
friendly,
new
that's what I would
admin.
call
It's
it,
the
man.
same admin, but like a different boss or a different
Oh,
direction.
How
do you know it's a
whoever
different
the admin
person?
This new direction needs to be fired. I'm tired of it. Stop
Yeah,
trying to get me. Stop trying to get me to buy a Koulibaly shirt. I don't want to. I don't like
You
it.
you don't remember when I said that we got the new owner, and now everything like Paris Hilton shit, like not bad what you call it? Not bad publicity.
Yeah.
No matter what the shit happens, we just throw it out there just for
positivity.
They sent us 10 photos from training after we lost 4-0 to City. I'm like, don't ever message me again. Don't ever. Hang your heads in shame. I don't need to see pictures of Gallagher laughing at his mouth. I don't need that. Sorry.
Who's breathing into the microphone like Darth Vader, man?
Bro, and you know what's the worst thing about
sure.
it? Did you guys see the new kit that they released, man? That was
Yeah, I
it looked
do.
like somebody made it on like fucking paint, man.
We have a new kit?
New kit.
Did you guys see it? The year of the rabbit or whatever, like a limited edition.
Year of the rabbit,
bro. Yeah, go
It's
look at
it's
the
a
difference.
special edition.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
the
it's a
difference
special
between,
edition,
between
bro.
the one they created for Arsenal and the one they created for us. The Adidas
Yeah,
created for
yeah,
Arsenal and Nike
yeah.
created for us, man.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I can't
Looks
lie.
like it was made by
I
a
nearly,
child.
I nearly bought that
in
car. I
art
nearly
class,
bought that.
bro. I know you would, Zef, at all.
Why would anybody buy that?
Wait, is this for
I'm not
Chinese
going
New Year?
near that.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
limited edition. Now look at the Arsenal ones, but Peter, now look at the Arsenal one that they made. Look at the difference between the limited edition they made and
Show it, Lewis. I
the
haven't
one
seen
that
the
we made.
Arsenal one.
The what?
Yeah, Lewis
The
doing.
Arsenal one. The Arsenal what?
I don't
Chinese
even know
New
what's the
Year.
regular one. Do I need to type Chelsea FC?
Oh, you want to
it's
see the
just-
Chelsea one?
It's just horrible, man. Oh my days.
I've seen the Chelsea one, but I haven't seen the Arsenal one.
Yeah, the Arsenal limited edition one. I think that's what it's called. Was it City? No, it was City, not Arsenal. City. Right, City limited edition. And look at the kits, the difference between the kits, man.
Well, I mean, they have Puma, so it's probably
Oh,
gonna
my
have
word,
more.
I see it. It's a training one. It's a training jersey.
Yeah, you're never gonna see that on the
Oh
pitch.
yeah, Steve's is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, you're not gonna see in the pitch anyway because
Hey,
it's
we
limited
should
edition.
wear.
Man.
Why not? We already stink. Let's add some.
Did you see how ugly it is,
Let me
bro?
go for a
Why?
Fuji Super Flex quick.
That's Bowley trying to tap into the Chinese market.
What's
Oh,
ugly
one
at the
second.
top or our players in transition, man? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Nah, probably the top.
I don't even get
Right.
excited
Like
for transitions,
there's
bro.
Kepa 7 clean sheets in the Premier League in this shit. Kepa's had a really good season.
Our defense isn't shit.
No,
like,
he's had a decent
but,
season.
Like, don't get me wrong. We're
I thought he'd do a
underperforming.
lot
but, like,
worse.
we've only conceded we concede a goal a match. It's not horrendous. Like in 15-16, we conceded 50 goals across the season. We're on pace to concede 38 in 38 games, which isn't really great, but like it's not as horrendous as you would expect a 10th place defense to be. You know what I'm saying? Our problem is at the other end. Our goal difference is +2 at more than halfway. That's not good.
Where do you see City's rabbit thing? I don't see no rabbit City.
No, they City
The
limited
year-
edition.
It's
They
a
had a limited
Chinese New
edition
Year one, not Year of the Rabbit.
I'm at the City officials shop and I don't see it.
Right, City limited edition. You'll see it. It's really nice, man.
Right, while he's doing that, Dinishan says keep Mount at the right wages. Sell Kai, Mudryk, fire emoji. Yeah, big up Mudryk.
Tell 'em both.
What's the right wages for Mason Mount? Let me know that, bro. Let me know. And Artem says when Johnny said Bernardo Silva over
Here you
Mount.
go, bro.
I'm not surprised. Just not surprised. But it is what it is. We all know Johnny's takes. It is what it is. Right, yeah. 3.5 hours. I can't lie. I need my bed. Right, we're gonna wrap up the stream. I might be live tomorrow morning. If not, I'll do it in the evening, or they'll be shameless. There probably will be shameless in spite of it all. So check that out, people. Big up everyone that's locked in. It's been a fucking mad 3.5 hours. Everything's happened. But
Extremely.
yeah, we've made it out in one piece and we haven't been cancelled. Big up and up the Chelsea. And yeah,